Good evening. I am Veronica Corningstone. Hey, Cliff Ann. Sassy Savage is here. Hey, Kestrel. Mods. Mods, thank you for being here on a Friday night. It's a lot. And again, thanks for signing those NDAs. Hey, Kathy, Burkhart, Sabine, welcome. I have something in my contact. Muffin Lou made it. Pat Jonas, Lady O. I'm scrolling up, which makes me nervous. Michael Malloy Show, Joy Lee. Liz Tricks, West Coast Fancy Nancy, Lydia Krause, Joyce Drager's here. Hey, Kim Hallman, Diana H. MLG Gamer, you too, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Hey, no one. You just reminded me of something, and I will take a look at that. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, Eric Levitt. I'm assuming it's Levitt, or is it Levitt? I bet it's Levitt. Who says Levitt? Only me. Hey, Lori Lee, Angie Moe. Hey, Ghost Rider, Starlina. Hey, Buffy Summers, Deborah Ricci. Thank you, Deborah Ricci. Hey, Joanne Hawley, Wisconsin Barb. Lindy made it. I love. Okay, yeah, you texted me. Okay, I just didn't want to out you and say I'll respond to your text because I didn't know if you wanted the crowd to know. But now they know. There's no going back. Kind of like NDAs. Hey, Katie Fulton. Philip Galbraith, welcome, sir. I don't recognize your name. I don't recognize you in my class. And welcome this evening. Hey, Katie did it. Hey, Meredith Lynn, Anna Banana. Thank you, Cliff Ann. Lisa Kelson, Sandy Wandy, Amber Galbraith, not to be confused with Philip's niece. Thank you, Amber. That'll be all. Bohemian Luciferian Witch. Oh, good. Thank you. I was looking for that. You signed your NDA? We're good then. We're all set. Don't forget to pay the fee. Hey, Armine, Catherine B. Thank you, guys. Wow, everybody likes this sweater. Baby Lily Pad, Puka Vista, you got your NDA in? We're set then. You're good. Guys, it just goes along with the cult stuff. If you get it, right? You understand. Do I need to blend my blush a little more? I feel like we should leave it so that people can try to imitate it, but you can't copy me. But they try to copy me, and it is the highest form of flattery. And I do want to say, I want to thank all those little people I had to step on to get here. Thank you, Lisa Kelson. Hey, Mary Barons, Jessamine. No out, please. I don't know what that means. Jason P, I love you, brother. Hey, Lumen. Thanks, Kestrel. Do and be better. Pepperoni Nips. Mama Smurf made it. When do I get my DNA? NDA? Your friend DA should be in your email. Critters Creations. Oh no, it's the manipulative roll call. That was too far. That was showing how smart they are. Ocean Girl, I love that you made it. Saw you had an NDA hate video. I was laughing so hard. I know sometimes they do make you laugh. Really, we just laugh at them, but sometimes they actually crack a funny. From what I've heard, I see clips every now and then. I cannot watch this stuff though. I was just talking to someone about it. It's so bad, but I know they could use my help. Submit your NDAs to Reese. Thank you so much, Kathy Ann. Thanks, Lisa Kelson. Mimi, I love you, girl. DNB, you signed it? Great. Good. Thank you, Donna Cooper. NDA pronto. Thank you. The internet police took the bait really quick. I like to bait them. I really do. Sometimes we got to slow down on that because we have to live our life. And I think we give them enough, honestly, to do with our content as they shall. It's pretty hilarious. I heard another one today, but I won't even share it. It's hilarious, though, what they're saying. It's hilarious yet sad, really. Like, it's sad. You are an obsession. You're my obsession. Hey, Tired Madge. Susie with an S. Audrey made it. Castro, you signed your friend DA. Okay, no one. Well, it's kind of cool here, Meredith Keith, and I'm wearing shorts underneath. Shorty shorts, to be exact. I'm always here for manipulative roll call, as you should be, because you signed that you would be, Buffy. Hey, Just Stacy. That's fucked up. I'm skipping my dialysis this month so I can upgrade to a Fred level. Oh my God, that's a big one. That's going to go, that's going to be heard. Oh, it just went around the entire world. Good for you. Hey, Lee Sane, hey, Carrie Bruton, and happy Friday to you. Hey, Franklin MC. Once you sign the NDA, you get into the real Facebook group. And that's where the real happens, as you well know, because you're there. I didn't want that to leak just yet, but fiddle faddle. Let it out. Just let it out to the world. Hey, Anita Card. Yeah, lady. Oh, hey, Rachel. What'd you have to do about that? Did you have to go get it removed? I'm assuming a tetanus shot? That's horrible. When do we go on the cans? As soon as you sign and then you get into the new group. Yeah, Pat Jonas, you can. Hey, it's Lydia. NDA signed and sent via express post. Thank you, and I love you too. I knew that you'd not have a problem signing that, and I know who my true friends are. So, and I know how much this cult means to everybody, and it gets me here. Gets me here. Gets me here, and it gets me here. Gets me in the wallet, and it gets me right in the heart. And that's you too, Tammy. Happy Mother's Day weekend to everyone, and to everyone who's lost their mother. It makes me very sad. Looking at you, Kestrel, Rain Virus, lots of you. You can. Yeah, Leslie with an S. I love that. I went to the ER. They gave me a tetanus shot, x-rayed you to make sure nothing's stuck in my foot. Ooh, God, that sounds horrible. I'm so sorry that happened to you. This is your favorite cult. I love that, Audrey. That means everything. Yes, it is. It's Sunday, Tamber. Who said that? Joyce? Reese, mine was sent to you by a beautiful white owl. Makes it special. You're pretty classy anyway. I could see you doing that, Joyce. That's hilarious. You had your entire family sign the NDA just in case. Thank you. Katie did it. I know you. I see you. I know about your life. Is there a billionaire contract as well? Just the handshake. No, we're not doing that. I don't want to look too much like, I don't want this cult to be woven into the fine threads of Scientology cult. Like, I don't want you guys to get confused about it. So no, there won't be a billion. It's just actually just $1 million. Hey, old Charlie, and $1 million. It's to match the money that we're trying to raise for it. You get it. We all have our new names and everything. Praise be Reese. We're gonna get in trouble, but at the same time, we didn't start the fire. Iwa. Yeah, Lisa Kelson. You are an obsession. Hey, Kat. Sorry, Pat Jonas. That's horrible. And Ocean Girl, same. Guys, it's rough. Hey, Rose. Okay, Diana H. I love that so much. Of all of my cult choices, this was the highest rated on Google. Only the best here. I mean, we're classy, and you know that, Puka Vista. You chose correctly. Just know this, okay? When you hand me over your money, know that it's going straight into my grifter pouch, where I will take it to Costco and purchase protein for the child. Hey, Margie Barr. A handshake? We get to touch your hand? I'll faint. Oh, you guys are turning up the heat tonight. I like it. Did I miss the secret handshake? No, but you do need to sign your NDA first before we do that Zoom call, Kat. You knew this. We talked about it. Your NDA will arrive Pony Express. Just meet me over some chips and salsa and I'll just get it from you then. I'm so sorry, Matt's mom. That has to be hard. Can I get a policy and rules book so we don't get kicked out and become excommunicated? I will send that. I know your numbers. I'll just text you the file. Yeah. Hey, Jeanette Brown. Good to see you, babe. Yes, baby lily pad. I will be with my mother and my sister. Isn't that nice? I'm looking forward to it. Having my NDA gold leafed and framed, signed in blood. Well, I mean, we already talked about this. I think everybody should follow suit and do what you're doing, but as long as they sign it, but I think that's beautiful. And you know, I love gold. Just make sure it's the 18 karat. 24 is fine too, but I like that lighter color. We talked about that. Remember, Liz? And thank you for your money. Hey, Jessica Waddy. No L. Lumen, you're killing me tonight. I do know what a tetanus shot is. I'm not being facetious when I say I'm impressed that you know what a tetanus shot is, Reese. Many people on the outside have no clue what that is. I know what that is because Fred explained it to me once, what a tetanus shot was. But thank you for being impressed, Muffet Lou. As a cult leader, it's important to know these things because we will be walking through some rusty nails. Hey, Chrissy Twig. Thank you, Lisa Kelson. You will learn it, Buffy. You will learn it. Oh, you lost your aunt this morning at 4:23. I'm sorry, Bohemian Luciferian Witch. That's horrible. That's rough around Mother's Day, too. That makes me very sad. I'm sure she had children, and I'm sorry, my friend. Yeah, we need to get a tiny Reese for your pockets. What's the official Reese cult tattoo? I think we should do the RRs, like up in the corner here, like Helena drew. They're pretty fancy. I not only signed my NDA, had it tattooed on my arm, so I don't forget. Joanne Hawley, you guys, stop. Keep going, okay? Because that's dedication, and that's what I want to see, okay? That's real results. I don't want excuses. I want results like Joanne Hawley here, okay? So don't come to me with your excuses or problems. I want results. And I love you, and thank you for your super chat. Miss so many lives these days. Love you too, Jam Jam. And thanks for being a cult member, babe. We love you. Okay. Thank you for signing it, Buffy. You were kind of giving me trouble, but I'm glad that you finally came around. I understand that, Buffy. You're waiting for the notary to witness your signature on the NDA, signing as soon as I can. Okay, good. That's good, Mimi. Thank you, guys. This is important to me. You know, it's one of the final steps into the cult, the initiation, all of that, the fees. There's just a lot, right? Like there's a lot that I have to go through, which means you have to go. It's just red tape, you know. But once we get through it, you'll see everything paradise, right? Everything. Yes, Kestrel, that would be amazing. Do you watch that show? We all love the blessed be terminology. I'm not the only one addicted to a particular show. No way. I don't see you watching that. Hey, Noreen. Do we have until 2 p.m. on Thursday to get the NDA signed so our stats keep increasing? You should be good, but just make sure that you get it back to me. Hey, T. Louise. Wisconsin Barb, people just run with stuff and we like to give it back to them, hand it back over. Thank you, Deborah Ricci. Wanda Parks, what show are you watching? I need to know because I don't think we're talking about the same show. Can you put it out there? Hey, Mandy Albert. I love you, girl. I love Mandy Albert. So, I want to... No, I don't think you watch it. Yes, Lori Lee, that's the best initiation right there. You don't think I watch it? Seriously? No, I don't see you watching that show. Oh, yeah. See, I knew it. I've never seen The Handmaid's Tale. I don't know what you're talking about. I thought it was The Righteous Gemstones. And I was like, no way Wanda Parks is watching that. Okay, I never saw The Handmaid's Tale, but Righteous Gemstones is my favorite show on planet Earth. Hey, Aileen. So being that it's Friday night, I had a good idea. Stacy and Fishers. You know how you do, Lori Lee. You know how we talked last night a little bit about don't get your NDAs confused with your DNRs. DNRs apply to everybody out there on the outside. Yeah, that's right. DNR, MFB. I've never seen that show. Yeah, Kat, The Righteous Gemstones. I have not seen any of this new season, and it makes me incredibly sad. I want to see it. I know, Lisa Kelson. Yes, blessed be the cult. We all have the same name of Reese. I love that, Debbie Zito. So kind of you. Mary Barons, it sure is. Okay, so here's the thing. We need to talk about this, and I'm being serious. This could be a terrible idea, but you know what? We like to run with ideas, whether they be good or bad. Hey, true to it. Hey, Mary's Gemini mind. Does everybody remember last night's topic? Yeah, there's a new season. It's the final season. Thank you, my child. I've never seen it. What streaming service is it on, Wanda? Because I only have Amazon Prime. Come on, Spuddles. Leslie with an S. I mean, it's hard to compare the Righteous Gemstones to 6 Feet Under. Two totally different, right? But I don't have Hulu. Just say no to dating sites. Okay. But I did love 6 Feet Under. So last night we were talking about dating, and hey, Donna, I still think I would rather do it in public. I went out in public today. I had no problem making eye contact and talking with the fellas. Okay. I'm still thinking it could work for me. Another thing that happened to me today, I had to talk with my local police, which seems like I do every other week or so now. Just keeping, I really have to say, I do love this police department. Spuddles, she's purring away. I love my local police department. They're very kind people. And I am particularly, I've become friends with one of them. And he's so kind and he's so nice to me in Huxley. And he's just a really cool guy. And I had him over today. We had to talk about some things that I constantly seem like I just basically keep him apprised of everything, like everything that I'm concerned about. I'm like, I need to report this. I need to report that. I need you to know these people's names. I just feel safer doing that. And I know that's probably over the top, but if something were to happen, hey, Megan Roberts, hey, Jackie Perkins, if something were to happen, I am a single mom. I live out in the middle of nowhere, and there's a lot of people who say a lot of big talk. And so I just think it's a good idea to report their names. Like I always give him a report now of and just timestamps of things. And I'm like, here. Yeah. Lisa Kelson, thank you. I always feel better reporting to him. Now I just call them up and I'm like, I have some more things I need to add to this report. He just keeps track of stuff. And I just think that's smart. Like if something were to happen, it's reported, it's on record, it's quoted, it's what was said, things like that. Kid, why don't you sit here? Hey, Rain, people make weird threats and they say weird things. And I don't care so much when it comes to me, but when it's, hey, Tammy, when it's got Huxley anywhere on it, I always report it. Yeah, documentation with the police. I find that to be very helpful. It's therapeutic. I'm like, it's out there. It's not, hey, B Willow 5, it's not in my head anymore. It's given to them. And he said that to me today, actually. He said, this is good. I needed to know this. I always am like, am I overdoing it? And he was like, no, this is good. I needed to know this. And he was like, I'll track him down and we'll take a look. And he said, I'll just do a little bit of investigation and call the, police department in that town. Hey, Lemster. And he did say, though, thanks, Rain. You love a sweater like this, too. He said, yeah, Kat. She says, I have a local deputy I tell my suspicions to because being a single woman is good for them to know. Hey, Sophia, it's true. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Rocks in a Box. I had my own house but I lived in a city and I felt a little different than I do now. And being a YouTuber is different, right? And people say weird things. And I just think it's important to report that and take it seriously. Take it seriously. Hey, Lori Helker. Lori, are you back in the States? Your pictures are amazing. You look like you had an amazing time. She's been traveling abroad. But he did say this to me today. He said, one thing I will say to you, oh, good, Lori. He said, you really need to be aware of your surroundings. Hey, Dark Roast. Nah, I bet you are, Lori. I bet you are jet lagged. He said, you really need to be aware of your surroundings. And he said, it's good that we know all this. We do drive-bys. We check on you and Huxley. Like Huxley has this guy's cell number. That's how, I really care about this guy. He is so over the top. Like he said, all the time, he's like, just text me anytime, text me and I'll be here. Like he's that cool. Hey, DS Kitty Diane. It's pretty amazing. And he's that same way with Huxley. He's like, have him call me, have him text me, always, always. Like he's a really, really good guy. And I feel very grateful every day that I know him. And I told him that. He came over this morning. I said, you want some coffee? And he was like, no, I'm good. And I sat there and drank coffee with him. And when he left, I said, I need you to know how much he's single, Rachel, but he doesn't, we, it's just not a fit. But I love him as a friend. Like I would hang out with this guy as a friend, but I don't. It's professional. But I just told him today, I said, he's so kind. He's not worried about me. No. And he's not married, Kitty Whiskers, but he is super. Hey, Peggy. Hey, Miss Fitz. He's super kind. He has really kind eyes. Heather Landau. And I just said, I want you to know like how much this means to me. Like the fact that you come here and take time out of your day. Like every time I text him, he's like, I'll be there in 20 minutes. Every time. I'm like, no, I can come to you. Like I can come to the station. He's like, that's okay. I'll come to you. It's no problem. Like he's very, very cool. He brings in his iPad. He does reports. Like he just takes everything I say seriously. And so he said to me today, yeah, Lindy, he goes, one thing I will say though, he goes, you need to look out for yourself. And I said, I don't go anywhere. He goes, I know. And I said, I mean, I just go into town. He goes, that's what I mean. He said, when you go out in public, he said, you have enough people that seem to be giving, like he's seen all the stuff that I give him and all the right, the emails, the people's channels. He's like, you have enough people that seem pretty fucking nuts that he's like, I worry about it. Like you need to make sure that you're, hey, Miss Sassafras, because he knows me well enough at this point. I chat with anybody. I fall into that trap. And that's one of the reasons I'm worried about dating, to be totally honest, because it could be a trap. I don't know. Like I am so trusting and I've always been that way. I'm very, very trusting. I believe people, when they tell me things, like I'm just pretty naive when it comes to that. I'm better than I used to be because I don't feel for a fact. I mean, Rachel, it's a fact that I don't really open up my circle anymore. I mean, I don't trust anybody anymore. Like I don't let anybody in anymore. And I keep people at arm's length. I don't really let anybody in my life anymore. Who threatened me, Lemster? Tons of people. I get a lot of, I'm sure they're empty threats, but I get a lot of threats via email. And then I get a lot of people. I never understood what that meant, Sassy. I get a lot of people who threaten Huxley, or this particular person I was reporting has hinted at threatening Huxley. Like people call Huxley's school. People say they're going to call his school, but then people call his school, that kind of stuff. Like I want the police to know about that for sure. Hey, David Moreno. Hey, Malevolent Queen. And that's too far. Like throw stuff at me all you want, but like these people are calling his school. That's insane. Like leave kids out of it. Do whatever you want. Say whatever you want about me and send me all the threats in the world. But like calling a 15-year-old boy's school you're crazy. You are nutty bird. And let's face it, even these people who are also attacking me are absolutely nuts. They don't even know me. Like people are nuts. It's way too far, Rain. Hey, Saved by Grace. I didn't see anything in the NDA about not being able to talk about how you require mandatory super chats to join your cult. Don't slip on any banana peels, you grifter. Thank you, Saved by Grace. I'll have to have my attorney put that back in there. People do need to pay me. Okay. So we need to make sure that that's known, well known. And thank you for your super chat. It's a very stalker. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. And it's again, so that's the people that you guys see that use my face in their thumbnail that are attacking me. Those are the people calling in school. That's fucking nuts. Like that's what I mean. If you're a follower of that kind of hate, I don't want you here. Like, please, you're unhinged. There's always going to be that quality of a human being that follows that kind of crowd. I don't want you here. We have a very good quality group of people here. We have an actual community that cares. Like, I don't want stalkers in this feed. I don't want people following that are insane. Like the comment I read yesterday that was like, as long as her channel is still around, there's still work to be done. We have to get rid of her. Like, that's too far. This is YouTube. Like, you realize this isn't like reality. This isn't what's real. These people aren't real. They can't do anything to me. I mean, yes, they can call Huxley's school. Hey, Tony Peppermill. Hey, Leslie Mosley. But that's some unhinged shit. And that needs to be reported with the police. Those people need to be watched or whatever they need to do, right? Like, I don't want that on my plate, and it needs to be given to proper law enforcement. The point is, I wasn't even going to say all that, but I don't mind saying it either. The point is, I told him today, I said, what do you think about me dating a cop? Because we talked about this before. Hey, Raymond, we talked about this before. And yeah, West Coast Fancy Nancy, they don't care. They're insane. They don't care. I'm sure these people treat their own children horribly. I've talked to him about this before, and he said you shouldn't date cops because of their jobs. Like, he was like, cops are just they're. It's like a PTSD probably type situation. And they take their work home with them. We talked about this before, he and I. But then I brought it up again today, and I said, I have a friend that said I should date a cop, and he said, honestly, and he was sitting there with his report, and he looked at it, and he was like, with what you do, he was like, you probably should date a cop. He was like, I'd actually feel a little better if you dated a cop. And I said, I want to date a cop. Like, that's not a bad idea. Debbie A. And I just said, it's crazy, Tash Bits. So I shouldn't be watching this from the bushes outside. Megan, skedaddle. I see you. Get out of here. I told you to leave. Nothing. Yeah, Rain, I know. Megan, you're hilarious. Thank you for your super chat. Yeah, he said, maybe you should date a cop with what you do. He was like, I don't know. Yeah, I agree. YouTube shouldn't allow it. Honestly, the hate about Huxley and like threatening with all of that shouldn't be allowed. And I'm sure it's not allowed. I'm sure they're violating something, and I just need to take it a step further. Leslie Mosley, don't do it. My very first super chat, I have never done a super chat for anyone. Love you, Reese, and everyone. Jackie Perkins, that's a big deal. Round of applause for Jackie, everybody. And thank you. You are now in the cult. And it's a big deal. That's a big deal, girl. I'm serious. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate it. So I said to him, I said, but you told me I shouldn't date a cop. And he said, well, with what you do, you might need a cop in your life. And I said, but my people on my channel say that cops can be very aggressive and like abusive toward women that they're with. And he said, sadly, that's true. He said, I have seen that in my career. He said, they're not all that way, but it can be that way for sure. He said, so you would not obviously want to date anybody, cop or not, that treats you bad. But he said, there's good cops out there. And he said, I kind of changed my mind. He was like, maybe you might need to date a cop. You know what would be even cooler, guys, to date like a real, like a higher, like, what if we dated like an FBI agent? Why don't we just skip the cop thing and date like someone like Dexter? That would be even cooler. Like, I would just want, this is going to get dark, so we'll just skip it, to be honest. Yeah, like Blue Bloods. There you go. I mean, it's a mixed bag, guys. You say this about cops. Anybody can be bad, right? I mean, it's a mixed bag. I like cops. I've always had good interactions with. Hey, Megan, I like that, girl. I've always had good interactions with cops. I've never been in trouble. I don't have a record. I've gotten one speeding ticket in my whole life. So I don't have issues with cops. And every time I've ever needed to call the police or every time I've needed help, cops have always been great to me. So like I can't say I would date Dexter 100%. You better believe it right now. And I would give him a list. But I would definitely, I think it would be hot. I like the idea. I kind of like it. Even just short term, right? Like just give it a try. Anyway, the point is, I don't know who that is, Jam Jam. The point is, I don't know what that means, Tony Peppermill. What is the point? So last night we were talking about dating sites, okay? I don't know if it's just because it was like 1:30 in the morning and I was tired and I don't sleep anymore, but I went to sign myself up for a dating site that was recommended to me. And I deleted the profile within a matter of about 7 to 9 minutes. And here's why. Um, I looked at the available people on this site within my area and I lost interest and hope for mankind. I was like, this isn't, no. Like, I'm not. There was like 7 people, first of all. There was nobody. And like, one of them was standing in front of a Ferrari. Like, he was like, and I was like, okay. Like, if this is, no. If this is, wow, Tony Peppermill, that happens, I guess. I don't, I, dick swingers are a thing for me and I'm not into it. And so, I was told, true to it, my attorney told me actually that I should date an attorney. She said, now that she knows me, she was like, you would do great. An attorney would do great for you, Reese. She said, attorneys have a lot of patience. And she was like, you require a lot of that. I'm going to choose to see that as a compliment. That's right. I said it. Hey, Christy kids. So I was thinking this. Here's the thoughts. Okay. Let's think this through. All right. Nothing crazy. But I thought we could practice. What if we practiced pretending we're on a first date, like kind of like we did last night, but you guys ask me questions like you're the guy on the date with me. I know, Lisa Kelson. I would date a doctor as well. But you know what he would do? He'd be like, you need to get rid of that fupa. And I'd be like, get out. What if we pretend, I already got my water ordered. What if we pretend that we're on a first date together, you and me, and because I'm so inappropriate in this world, you guys could, there you go. See, Tamber June's the first one to ask. Okay, I want you guys to ask me. Oh yeah, my fake attorney, Lindy, kind of like my fake therapist. Oh my fucking God, losers. This is what I mean. I want you guys to ask me questions. Hey, Leticia, Laker dog, free tummy tucks. Ugh, I've heard that's really painful. Okay, what if you guys ask me questions and I give you the answer that I would give as myself, and that's probably terrible and it will make me be single forever. So I was thinking, what if we softened me and got me to be more normal? Here's the thing. I've never dated. Okay. Jeff picked me up at a funeral. Okay. Jeff picked me up at a funeral and then I cheated on Jeff with Tommy. So I'm just a cheating hooah. So I've never like gone on, listen to her dreaming. I've never gone on dates. I've never actually gone out and dated. So, what could you ask me? Let's pretend we're on a date, and I want you guys to ask me a real question that a person on a date would ask. And then I am going to answer, and then you can say, Reese, no. That's not what you say on a first date. Because I've not dated. I don't know what to say on a first date. I just typically cheat on the guy I'm with and then sleep with the new guy. Like we don't date. You know what I mean? That's usually my MO. That's how it works. We just hop into the sack, right? We're just going to Pound Town. So we need to sharpen our skills. Tamber June. Okay, that's good. Okay. I know, Lori Lee. We're just feeding into it. Okay, so Tamber June's going to be my date real quick. Okay, Tamber June says, what did I learn about myself from my last relationship? That I thought it was a carnival and they were truly red flags. Helena, don't even start. Raymond, no. Okay, what'd you do growing up? What was your favorite things to do growing up? Okay, I feel like you're jumping in a little hard on this one. Okay, let me ask you this. Do I lie to like make myself look better? Because a lot of people lie in the beginning. Um, let's pretend real quick. Okay, let's pretend. I have to pretend I'm somebody else, right? Like when you're on a first date, you don't act like you. This is the problem. I'm going to just be me and then I'm going to chase people away because I don't do the fake shit. Tony Scuda. I don't do the fake stuff. I don't do the like, like I don't do that stuff. So I would probably just okay. So let's just pretend Tamber June is my date, 6'4" man. What'd you do growing up? What was your favorite things to do growing up? Here, let me read it in a guy's voice. What'd you do growing up? What was your favorite thing to do growing up? Um, um, uh, I was raised in a cult, so I didn't do like the traditional things that you probably did in this world. Moving on to the next question, because I honestly don't know how to answer that one. That one's a little harsh for me at first. What do you enjoy doing and where were you born? Omaha. That's easy. Thank you, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Okay, these are going to go fast. What's my favorite spice? Sophie, I don't. Sex on a Friday? What do you enjoy doing in your spare time? I talk on the phone a lot. Recently, I've taken up putting chia seeds in my water to help me poop. Where'd you go to school? Uh, in Omaha. What's your favorite food? Well, I'm Italian, so I like Mexican food. Do you have any pets? I do. 5. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay, this one's better. Tammy says, "Where do you see yourself in a year?" Because I don't have an answer for that. I would probably say something like, no, I wouldn't lie, but I'm not going to fully give everything up either, if that makes sense. Hey, Trixie, where do you see yourself in a year? I would say about 20 pounds lighter. Oh, yeah, dogs or cats, and then judge him if he doesn't say both. I agree with this. Finding tiny Jesuses and planters and making up that I found him there, but really putting him there so I could start a long con. What are you looking for in a relationship? Yes, Liz Tricks, I do. What am I looking for in a relationship? I would probably be honest and say I'm looking for somebody just to be nice to me. Like I don't want to date anybody ever again that has a temper or anger problems. That's at the top of my list. I cannot be name called, and I just want someone to be nice to me. Do you have kids? Yes, I do. I have one. Do you enjoy cooking? Yes, I do. I'm not good at it, but I really enjoy it. Have you ever been married? Yes, I have. Lindy, tapping it from the back. What are your favorite colors? Green and blue, emerald green and cobalt blue. Damn, you guys, I'm getting behind with the questions. Yes, Rain. Do you have any hobbies? Mm, I have to be honest with you guys. Just let's stop the date for a minute. I don't have any hobbies. I never have. Scientologists don't have hobbies. And that's always been a weird question for me throughout life. Like, what do you like to do in your free time? Study LRH? Like, we don't have hobbies. I have no interest in anything ever since a child. Like, I was told, like, you don't play sports, you don't do anything, you're not in any clubs, you can't do yoga. Like, you just go to the org. So no, I don't. And that question is almost as awkward for me as where did you go to school? Where did you go to college? I get very nervous about these questions because I'm like, I don't have any interest in anything. What are 3 items I can't live without? Lip stain, skincare. You asked items, so I'm not going to say Huxley. That pesky child. Coffee. If I could do anything I wanted to do, what would your dream job be? I would probably have I would love to have a boutique, but I also would like to, on a larger scale, have an empire like Trinity London. Like, I'd love to invent my own jewelry, like almost have like a line of home care stuff, like not care, like curated line of things. I would love to have a boutique. I'd love to style people and their homes. That's probably what I would do. Why did your last relationship not work out? Holy shit, that's a tough one. Are they really going to ask me this? Um, I cheated on my no, you don't want to say that on the first date. I would say, well, I got divorced and then I jumped into another relationship. And then what would I say to that? Because I obviously you don't want to give up a ton of information, being serious. Like, I would say, you know what, I could give an acceptable truth, like a Scientologist. He lives far away, and we just couldn't make it work. We were long distance. I'm not going to give that up on the first date. I will actually tell that information if it turned into like a guy I wanted to date, if that makes sense. Um, what would be my ideal vacation? I'd like to visit Greece or Italy someday. What are you looking to get married or casual relationship? I definitely am not looking for something casual, but I'm not sure that I ever want to get married again. But something long term and monogamous. Leticia says, what kind of music? Good idea, Mary's Gemini mind. Am I really behind? I'm gonna get there. What kind of music? 70s and 80s, like Supertramp and Steely Dan. Yeah, see, what do you do for fun? Yeah, your answers need to be longer. I don't know. I didn't expect you guys to have this many questions, and I don't know why I didn't expect you to bring it because you brought it. Um, that's a tough one. What do you do for fun? I would say this is my favorite thing, my channel. My channel is my favorite thing. What do I like to do for fun? I like to have my friendships and talk on the phone with my close friends and will your ex-boyfriend give us a hard time or harass us being a couple? That's a weird question. I don't think a guy would really ask that, but I would say no. Interesting. Who would you want to play in a film of your life? P.S. Just get some hobbies, go to some classes. You might meet some men there. That's a good idea, fictional me. Maybe Reese Witherspoon. And if I was going to have someone play Fred, I would want Anthony Hopkins. Do you sleep on your back, tummy, or side? What do you wear? Rue, sexy. I like it. I sleep on my flip from my left to my right side all night long. And then I usually wear a tank and undies or just sometimes undies, depending if it's hot. And I sleep on a heating pad, even when it's 1,000 degrees. I'm a two flapper, Kestrel. I forgot to tell you, I had the dogs sign NDAs. They may have some slobber on them. Yeah, well, they hear everything we say too. And I think that's important, Leslie. And I like where your mind went there. That's smart. That's why she's a friend. Hey, if baby angel. Some guys, you'll get it, Debbie Bam. I'm going to fax that over to you, girl, to your optical. Some guys would ask exes are crazy these days, especially with social media. If your ex is crazy, I mean, to me, that's kind of a private question. I would never ever say to a guy, like, Is your ex crazy? Do I need to worry about that? That's such a private thing to ask. It's a weird thing to ask. I would never ask that on a first date. And there's a better way to ask that. Like, and I would think you would only ask that if you prompted him to feel that way. Who's just going to randomly ask that? Do I like hot or spicy food? Yes, I do. Very, very much so. I love spicy food. Um, I think in all reality, the reason we're doing this is because I overshare. I have a problem. Um, Potential date question. Why do I have to sign an NDA to date you? What if I made somebody sign an NDA to date me? That would be wild. Can you even do that? That would be crazy. I mean, everybody signs an NDA that's in my life. Oh, I love this question. Ghostwriter, that's a weird ass question, Ghostwriter. Who's going to ask that on a date? Do you have a good relationship with the father of your son? I would say yes, very, very, very good. Always have, solid. Even the day of our divorce, the judge was saying so. What body part would you not miss? My gallbladder. Of course, I do miss it because I often shit myself, especially at TJ Maxx. Dexter. This isn't a bad idea. A great place for Reese to meet men would be antique stores or auctions. Yeah, she's right. Love and Life says Reese needs prepped about not what not to share. What's your perfect first date other than obviously grifting? Great question, Saved by Grace. Have I ever done drugs? I would say yes to that. I would be honest about that. There's things I'm not ashamed about. Doing drugs, being a Scientologist, like the real raw shit, I'm not ashamed about. Things that I get embarrassed about are like, I'm not educated. I didn't go to school. I don't have any hobbies. I grew up apparently weird, like different than you guys. Okay, Carrie Bruton. Yeah, I overshare badly, badly. What's your perfect first date? Okay. Hey, Angel K. I think a really cool place would be to go like to a very casual, um, not like a super fancy dinner, but like a cool local place with like a neat atmosphere that's not overly loud. And I would like to have it so you can hear each other and maybe sit out on a patio, like keep it very loose and light, like a nice evening, and just ask each other questions and then walk each other. Maybe he walks me to my car and we don't kiss. What are your top 3 favorite movies or musicians bands? One of my favorite movies is Practical Magic, Royal Tenenbaums, Silence of the Lambs. Bands. My favorite band is The National. I love Bob Seger and a lot of classic rock. Very classic. Tony Scuda, what's the most embarrassing thing you've done? Quit it. Just because you fell down a flight of stairs at your prom, babe. Do I believe in therapy? Absolutely. Most embarrassing thing I ever did was probably when I crapped my pants and threw my underwear up against the side of the building. And then I came in the next morning and the maintenance man found it and he was yelling about the seniors and they were like, these people are disgusting. And I was like, animals. Gross. I don't know that that's the most embarrassing. I think that's what I'm probably most ashamed of, though. I think it's okay to be I agree with that, Don. I think it's okay to overshare. I do, depending on what it is. What celebrity would be your one-time exception for an affair? Anthony Hopkins. Timbre June, The National's been my favorite band since they became a band. I've seen them 3 times. It would be fun to meet for breakfast. That would be a cool date too. Hey, Diana H., welcome back. Have you ever dropped eggs at Costco? There's probably an underwear tree growing there by now. Oh my God. Animals. I'm not kidding. I crapped myself. Where have you been? Kathy loves horses. I love you. I crapped myself at the senior living community and I threw my underwear on the side of the building. And the next morning I came in, Ken, the maintenance guy, hey, Ty Mark, he was yelling in the office when I got there. And he was like, somebody threw shitty underwear on the side of the building. He was like, these people are disgusting. He was like, they don't have any shame. I can't believe what I discovered when I came in this morning. And I was like, animals. I was like, every last one of you, you guys are animals. You're disgusting. I was like, you should know better. You're old. I know. Go ahead. Unsubscribe. Make my day. Joe, I haven't done that. Am I close to my parents and siblings? I would say yes to that, Jan. I don't know. I was wondering that too, because kids in here. That sounds like Moose. It had to be Moose because Seamus sounds like James Earl Jones. Oh. I think you should just say that you grew up in a high control group and that you have just gotten away from them and are discovering what you like and don't like. I love that. Cult of the poopy pants. All right, so let's be real. Let's be real. Let's pretend that the server just came over. Oh, thank you so much. Do I smile a lot? Like teeth, no teeth. Bat your eyes? Like, I don't know. I mean, I know you want tits out. You know what my big fear is too? I'm actually afraid I'm going to do this when I'm live sometime, but I would be more embarrassed to do this on a date. I'm always afraid that I'm going to take a sip and swallow wrong and be like, and like, you know how you do it goes down wrong and you're like, and you're like choking and you can't breathe in and it feels like your throat's totally closed off. With, hey, Shell, would that be so embarrassing? I think that would be so embarrassing to be like, oh, yeah, no, definitely. Like you're feeling cool. You're feeling pretty. You got your lip stain on. You're feeling pretty good. Tits out. Like you have your cute skirt on and it's like high waisted and you're like feeling like you're pretty accomplished. And you're like, so anyway, the third series of my Netflix show comes out this year. And and just be like, and like start choking. Oh my fucking God. That would be so embarrassing. Oh, Sheila, cops can be good. I worked for CHP for 23 years and I know very few who didn't cheat on their wives. My son's father is a cop. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Let's be real here. Any group of dating, whatever. Oh my God, Jan, it would be so embarrassing. Any group of anything. Let's think about it for a minute. I only date teachers. Let's just say some of them are going to be shitty to their wives. Let's just say you only date, well, jesters. They're all shitty. That's out. Crims. Some of them are going to be great. Some of them are going to be assholes. That's probably not a good example. Let me try again. Musicians, right? I'm sure that a lot of musicians are great, but some of them are probably total assholes and treat their wives like shit. That's just the human race. Like you're going to have a mixed bag. That doesn't mean that all cops are dicks. Like don't date cops. That's crazy. Because I want to. So call me up if you know any. Hey, thank you again, Sheila. I choked on my water today during my dad's appointment. That's so embarrassing. God, that's so embarrassing when it goes down the wrong way. And there's nothing you can do. And you're just like, you're like trying to breathe and like catch your breath again. That's awful. Good for you, Leticia. She's moving in with her boyfriend. No, but in all seriousness, let's pretend, because here's my problem too. I'm not going to be nervous. I've never been nervous going on a first date. I've never been nervous going on job interviews. I don't have those kinds of fears. Now, I have fears about choking on my water and stuff like that, but like I don't have insecurities when it comes to, I have no problem sitting down with a guy and oh man, Jackie Perkins, I have no problem sitting down with a guy and being like, so ask me anything. Like and asking him stuff. But the problem is like, Do you guys remember Adam? Do you remember Adam? I He's a perfect example, honestly. That guy's kind of a perfect example. I way overdid it with him. I way overshared. I way like, do you agree? I think I way over like I'm sure I scared the ever living out of that dude because do you remember? Now I remember. Remember, I was like, hey Adam, I was like, can I ask you something because you're so tall? And remember, I was like, because I'd climb it like a tree. I don't know that maybe I need to tone that down or just be yourself and the right guy will find that great. Like the dude says, I love that. Is it JK something? I love that actor at the end of that movie Juno. And he says, find somebody who loves you for exactly what you are. And he's like, pretty, ugly, fat, skinny. He's like, the right person is going to think the sun shines out your ass. That's what he says. And I love that because here's the thing, I don't know that I want to change even on a first date and be somebody I'm not just to make someone accept me. And then eventually I let it all out and I'm, myself, right? Um, do you get what I mean? This is where I get a little bit upset. This is where I get a little bit upset. I will have people say to me, like, don't like tone it down or why? I've been told I'm too much my whole life. Like, why? For you? Because it makes you uncomfortable? Yeah, I love that movie. I love Juno. J.K. Rowling, he's such a cool guy. I love that actor. The right person, he's right. No, he stopped talking to me, Time Mark. He ghosted me. The right person is going to think the sun shines out your ass. And that goes for your friends too, guys. That goes for your friendships that you make in life. Like, oh, J.K. Simmons. That's right. I was like, isn't J.K. Rowling like an author? Just be yourself, even if it's too much. Yeah, like exactly, Sophia. Like I feel like the right guy will accept my kind of weird. And yeah, Angie Mo. Yeah. So that's something I think that's a huge learning curve for me in the last year. Yeah, baby angel, don't dim your light for anybody. I have been dimming my light and I've been shape shifting and morphing and making myself smaller and being what people want me to be. And so far, how's that worked for me? I've been unhappy. I set myself on fire to keep other people warm. I've always done that. We've all done that. People pleasers, right? So I love you, Angel K. That is so nice, babe. Thank you. Thank you, Tony Suter, and I love you. Whoa, dream big, Buffy. Oh my God. Every time the haters make videos about me and people will send me something and they're like, this is really catching on. It's got 400 views. I'm like, whoa, dream big, dream big. You guys are huge. You guys are really ballers, banging. Get out there and fucking be somebody, right? Write a book. Go write a book while you're at it. Imagine the possibilities. Dream big. Dream fucking huge. Do it. Get out there. Who is telling you to tone it down? Listen to married women. Take advice from them. Don't take advice from a younger single person. Time Mark, it's not anybody specific. It's probably me that's telling me to tone it down, to be honest, right? We do not, Jessamine. I love that. We do not outshine the fox by setting ourselves on fire. I absolutely agree with that. Just be your fucking self. If it's like that saying, if I'm too much for you, go find less. He will. People are not always going to be in our life, right? Like it's not always a fit, and that's okay. Go make a documentary. That's right, Joe. Yes. Go write a book about it and make a documentary. Talk to a producer. That's where it's at. Dream big. I drank my weight in Sunny D. I haven't seen that movie in so long. That's such a good movie. Um, I love that, Kestrel, and happy early anniversary. That's amazing. I thought about this today too. Like, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't know why I said Joel Sachs. I don't know why I say that. Um, Grateful, you're like a huge hater of me. Why are you here? It's weird. Find something else to do with your time. Like, don't you have something to do on a Friday night? You can't stand me. I know you've made that very clear, my friend. But you're always welcome here. It's just odd to me that people jump in here who can't stand me. It's a new thing in social media, and I'm not fully comfortable with it. Um, I don't know if it's a Fred thing. I don't know if it's a God thing. Thank you, Trisha Kelly. I love this sweater. Um, I don't know what it is, but I have no worries. Angel. I probably shouldn't have outed that person. Sorry. Grateful. I know that you can't stand me. It's weird that you're here. Um, but thank you for being here. Thank you for the view, I guess. It's odd. It's weird because Grateful left a comment and they were like, "You've become very negative, and I can't support that for that reason." But then Grateful goes into like all the haters' feeds and they're like, "Yeah, fuck Reese, fuck everything about her. We hope she dies." And I was like, but that's not negative. That's just true love. Again, go write a book. Okay, Grateful. That's fine then. Maybe I got it wrong. I'm lying. Okay, fair enough. Oh, we got to say it again. Let's highlight that as well. I'm lying here, but also here. Okay. All right. I got it. Thank you for being here though. And again, I got it wrong. Okay, I got it wrong and I'm lying twice. Fair enough. I have gotten things wrong before. I've also lied. So it could be either or. It could be either or. Nacho's mom. She is not lying. I saw it. Okay. Oh, it's a slippery slope. I tend to get caught up in the tangled webs that I weave, folks, in the tangled webs. I love you, Tampa A, and we just keep doing it, right? Grateful, are you saying that you do like Reese? Maybe that is what Grateful's saying. Maybe Grateful is our friend. I'm not here to chase anybody off. People are welcome to be here. Even the haters are welcome to be here as long as they're respectful. They can be respectful, but it's funny when I see people like Grateful come in who talk mad shit outside of here and they come in here. It's weird. Bumblebee. Hold on. Not unless. Okay. I'm funny about that. I'm funny about that. I love you, K-Fic. Did you guys see that? Okay. I'm late, but here. Hey, Reese, you're a lady, charming and smart and funny, and you look beautiful tonight. And your next man is going to be a lucky fella. That is so nice. And here's the thing. Hey, Richard Sparks. Oh, thanks, Richard Sparks. Thanks for noticing. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Sorry about that. It's a thing. We need to have one of those pretty soon. What was I saying? Okay, I wanted to talk about this. Sorry, I got distracted by our friend Grateful. And honestly, I don't want to kick Grateful out of here. Thank you, Lisa Kelson. I love you, Joel Sachs. I want to make that clear, guys. Like anybody's welcome here. I don't want anyone to feel like they're not welcome into this cult, this grifty cult. Anybody is welcome here. It's just one simple rule. There is no hate. If you want to come in here, if you're a fellow hater, you can be here. You just can't be hateful. And I'm afraid that that may be the only thing you know. But if you can come in here and be even just neutral, you don't have to be kind. And you can even challenge me like Grateful. Grateful's not going to get kicked out because they said I'm lying, right? Like I just want to be clear about that. I know, Buffy, it's great. It's a great movie. Thanks, Joe. So this is not that channel though. I just don't want to be like I've heard, let me just put it this way. The reason I'm kind of fiery about that, hey solo traveler, the reason I'm kind of weird about that is I have heard from a lot, I know, Lady O, I have heard from a lot of other channels. Well, see, this is what I mean. Then I owe you an apology. You lied about me. I don't go into your haters' feeds. I agree, they're lame. Then I apologize to you right here, right now. And I'm sorry. You are welcome here, my friend. Jennifer Ogle, thank you for being a member. The reason I get weird and fiery about this. Okay. The reason I get weird and fiery about this is because I get messages from people typically on Facebook Messenger, and they say to me, I barely went into somebody else's feed and literally they're treated like shit. And they're like, get out of here. Go back to the cult of Reese. Go back and be with Reese, you piece of shit. I will never do that. And I cannot believe the way people get treated. I really can't. It shocks me. Even hateful people are allowed to be here. Even people who want to challenge me can be here. They simply can't come in and go, you grifty piece of shit, mom, all that shit. You can't do that. I would never allow that. You can't talk to me that way. You'll never talk to my mods that way. And you won't talk to my community that way. It just would never fly. It shouldn't fly. And you also can't trash other content creators, even the ones who hate us. We're not going to trash them. So it's just a safe, free place for that. But Grateful is welcome here. And I clearly made a mistake and I apologize to you. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. I just don't want, I cannot believe people who are like, you like Reese? Get the fuck out of here. Like, that's crazy to me. It's so mean. Hey, Llama Lisa. Grateful, totally fair, my friend. And you know what else? I'll even top this off before we get back to our date night. You also go wherever you want to go, my friend. I don't care whose channel you're on. It doesn't matter as long as you're respectful here. Doesn't matter to me. This isn't a real cult where we tell you not to go there. I encourage you guys to go look at their channels. Like, I'm not telling anybody, don't go over there. Don't go look at this stuff. You do whatever the fuck you want. I'm here on my YouTube shift and then I clock out and I leave. So what other people do on their channels and on their shifts, right? Ain't my thing. Yeah, Liz. I get that. You just stay with us, AJ Powers. The love and support I've received here on some really difficult days is unmatched. I love that, Kat, and that's why we're here. Seriously, that's why we're here. We will not sink to their level. We will poke fun and laugh sometimes and at their expense, but only lightly. Like even then, I'm not doing that so much anymore. I get into it too much. Even I gotta say this now that we're on the topic. Even mean comments thing. I'm like, it was funny, but now everybody else is copying it. I knew they would. And I don't know that it's such a good idea. We made our point. I still want to talk about the topic of bullying because I think it's really important. And I think okay, no one. I think I don't ever want to be known as a bully. And I mean, I won't be because you see what people are doing out there and it's pure garbage. I mean, it's the sickest shit I've seen in a long time. It's some dark ass shit. I don't know that I want to be associated with it, even laughing at it. Like it just is so dark and it shows who these people really are. And I'm not sure that I even want to highlight that. Now, talking about the topic of bullying, I always like to talk about. I think it's important. But I'm not even so sure. I'm not so sure about it. Haley Bales, that's a weird question. I'm happy to answer. That's why I'm here because you're a sweetheart. T. Louise, I love you, girl. And I mean that. I really appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. And thank you for being a member. Yeah, dark roast. I get it. Why do you poop your pants? So why does my rectum malfunction and go haywire? I think it's because I don't have a gallbladder. I'm guessing. I agree with that, Grateful. Sick of hearing about the garbage about everyone. It's a dead horse and boring. It is a dead horse. They just recycle the same shit. Yeah. Okay, Joe, back to it. Back to it. Blee, 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 blee. So I really do go back and forth about this. This is why I don't know that I'm ready to date, but at the same time, I don't know that it's the worst thing in this world to go on just a casual date with someone. And I don't even know that you'd have to call it a date, right? Like just going out and sitting with someone. Grateful, thank you. And I agree. It doesn't even have to be with the intent of being romantic. I just kind of like the idea of saying, like, do you want to kick it off as friends? Like, and we just go share an appetizer. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Jennifer, I thought you just became a member, but thank you for doing it again. It is grateful. It can be for sure. YouTube is a not for the weak. It's not for the weak. It's so weird how it's not for the weak. And the people who are spewing the most hate are the ones who cry the second they get bullied and shut their shit down. It's fucking hypocritical. It's wild. Um, Thank you, Misfits. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Wow, Jennifer. Thank you. I can't see that, Buffy. When you guys become members, I can't see what kind of member you are because I'm on StreamYard. I'm not on YouTube. So it just says that you joined. It just says you're a member. Thank you for telling me that, Buffy. Yeah, grateful there really are. Verbo boss, I get it. Just meeting for coffee, Yawn, is to me like it doesn't need to be a fucking marriage proposal. You know what I mean? Like we don't need to make this heavy. Sometimes I almost want to go up to someone in public and just be like, I'm looking for my self-esteem. Could you help me? Would you meet me for coffee so that I feel like a real human being and we could just like sit there and have no expectations whatsoever, but just like have a conversation? No? Okay. Hi, Jennifer Ogle. Welcome to Reese's Cult. She's our leader. We blindly follow all her lies and give her lots of money. That's our mission statement. She just wrote our mission statement. We blindly follow Reese's lies and give her lots of money. I love that, baby angel. That's from the heart, and I can tell. And you are good with the words. Keep that up, girl. You might get promoted. Jackie says, Reese, you and all the love here's got me talking and even a super chat. I'm baffled at how people hate you and us. They love to hate us, Jackie, but you did give me your first super chat and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Julia. And I love you. And I'm happy that you've been here. Time Mark, I agree. So, yeah, I know, Buffy. Me too. I was thinking that with Adam. Adam's a good example, though. I think I overdid it with that guy. But, Jennifer, it's usually the last Sunday of the month at noon. I'm really looking forward to having you there. Why is this so hard? Why does this have to be so difficult? It doesn't. And I have a lot of weird fears. I have a lot of weird phobias about shit. I don't have any weird fears about going out with someone and just being real. Um but I do what am I trying to say? I do teeter on this. I go back and forth. I used to really have a problem with this. And I know that a lot of you have struggles with this because we've talked about it behind the scenes. Jennifer, I'm really happy you're here, girl. We've talked about this behind the scenes. Why do you say that, Time Mark? My honest opinion, you don't give Adam a chance. What do you mean by that? Dude ghosted me. He he ghosted me. I don't chase men, so I don't know what you mean. You're overthinking it, Reese. Well, middle name, right? Just be yourself and the answers will come. I agree with this so much, Grateful. If you're not real on a first date, that will cause a problem when your realness comes out eventually. I agree with this. And that's why suppress it? Now, don't overdo it either. Like, let's not like, I don't want to like push somebody's boundaries. I don't want to push somebody's buttons. I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. There is a version of me that I can be where I'm not like way too much, right? But that is my favorite, most comfort zone, which is like kind of just being silly, loosey goosey, pushing the boundaries a little bit, like sexually. But I'm not going to do that on a first date. I do that with my close friends, right? Cat. Um, yeah, Matt's mom says less is more. I definitely don't want to throw it all out there on a first date, but I also don't want to suppress my personality. And I feel like I've done that. Adam wasn't right for you. He didn't want to get together. What were you supposed to do? Kidnap him? I agree. It was weird. Tammy, we love you, girl. Adam seemed to match your sense of humor, but then ghosting you just sucked. Adam was a tough one. This is a good example, and I think we should actually talk about this. Adam was a tough one. Good point, Julie. Because I do have issues with people. Great question. Should we all get a life-size portrait of you in our living rooms? I love the idea of that. Kind of like Tony Soprano did with the horse. Yes. Yeah, that's classy. I think we need to definitely. Can Liz Tricks, are you still in here? She takes the minutes for our meetings here. Make sure you add that to the notes. I think that's a great point. Put a little asterisk if you would. Adam was fine in the moment. He just didn't want to take things into reality. Yes, here's the thing though. I have an issue with people who, I would say Adam was fake in a lot of ways, because he said, like I said, I hope I hear from you. And he was like, oh, you will. And like, he just seemed a little bit over the top about like, I'm into this girl. That's how thanks, Liz. Yeah, I knew you'd be taking notes. That's how I took that guy. Like, he seemed like he was into me. It's totally fine if you're not, but why pretend? Why pretend to be interested in someone you're not interested in? I wouldn't have a problem being like, I'm just not feeling it. I didn't feel anything. This didn't click for me. Why run the opposite direction? Yeah, Lady O. Hey, Chica Cherry Cola. Who the fudge is Adam? Some random ass dude from a long time ago. I met him at the flea market. You are a gem. I have a statue of Reese and I apply lip stain to it every day. She really goes the extra mile, doesn't she? Be more like Lori Lee. That's impressive. Who's making all that noise? What are you doing, Bo? That's what I think. That's exactly what I think. He was on camera, which he wanted to be. He knew he was. I didn't even know that guy was there. He knew he was there before I did, right? Thanks, Shelly Kelly. Maybe grateful, but grateful. Let me ask you this. Why did he say all those things? Hey, Blue Girl. I think he might have just been wanting to be on camera for a minute. Like, looking back, I don't know why. This isn't that important, but we're using him as an example. Why say shit if you're not going to follow through? I always have trouble with that. Why say like, oh, I'm gonna call you, I'm gonna get a hold of you, and then totally poof into thin air? Why? Why go to all that trouble? That's odd to me. Lucas Youngest cult member signed NDA. Okay, good. Yeah, that applies to children as well, Lydia. So I'm glad that you covered your T's and dotted your eyeballs. Thank you so much. And thank you for your super chat, and tell him I love him. That too, Megan Roberts, that's incredibly smart. It needs to be both, actually. Thank you, Joel. He says, don't change yourself for anyone. You're great just the way you are. I think it's like that. Hey, Jelly Cats. I think it's like, how did I miss this, Adam? I'm pretty much here all the time. Some dude at a flea market. Hey, Sassy. He saw I was live and came to me. Yeah. I wondered, Matt's mom. I don't know. Love you, Diana H. I should go to the farmer's market. Could you stream at the farmer's market? I wonder if you can. C-Dub, okay, here's the thing about this too, guys. A lot of people thought this was weird. His longest relationship was 2 years. He was what, 48 or something? His longest, a lot of people private messaged me about that and said, that's a red flag. Here's the reason I have an issue with that. I've been married 3 times and I'm 40. So does that make me a red flag? Like, what is a red flag? That's not that much of a red flag to me. I get it, but at the same time, I also think I'm just gonna say it. I think Adam was very average. I don't think he was like fireworks for me at all. I think he was, if I had to guess, he was very calming. He seemed like a really steady dude. He had a good job, right? Like all the boxes were checked there. But I think he didn't. I don't know. He was funny. He made me laugh. I think he was kind of average, though. I don't think he would be mean. I don't think that dude would has probably ever yelled at women. I'd be shocked if he has. Like, he seemed like a steady dude. He just also, I feel like we could do better, right? Angie Mo. I think Adam was playing off your energy. You were animated and he liked it. Don't change. You could run into him again someday. That could be. He was not your type, says T. Louise. I see. This is kind of how I feel. He seemed like he could have been a really good friend. That's where I'm at. I'm not necessarily trying now with him, I was over the top, but I'm not necessarily trying to like jump on and find a man. What's wrong with just being like, hey, do you want to go meet for an appetizer sometime? Or do you want to go get a coffee sometime? Like, I don't have like, we don't have to jump into a date. How about we just like do a quick, no strings attached? As a matter of fact, I kind of like the idea of an appetizer, like a happy hour type deal with appetizers or just coffee. Because then if it's not going great, you're not stuck waiting on your food to come, all of that. Like, and so this is a good point. If I were to meet someone that I liked and they liked me, I would have no problem saying, why don't we just meet for like an hour? Let's keep it to an hour cap at the most. And if either one of us aren't feeling it, we just say, hey, we're not feeling it. Is that weird to say that? No, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Okay, baby angel. Thank you for that. Yeah, I agree, Bumblebee. Exactly, Lori Lee. I don't judge on those things, guys. Coming from Scientology, we really are not judgmental. I did love when Tommy said that. When he said, Reese doesn't judge me for my yeah, Joe, I agree. Doesn't judge me for my past, being a criminal, all of that. We just don't do that as Scientologists. So I don't have a problem with anybody. Like, I don't see red flags. I don't see those things as red flags. If someone were to say my longest relationship is 2 years, I'm not bright enough to see that as a red flag. I'm like, meh, that doesn't bother me. I don't care. That's not a red flag to me. A red flag to me is mistreating someone. A red flag to me is going to dinner with someone and they treat the server like shit. Then I'd be like, I'm out of here. I don't like that. Being rude to people, no manners, entitlement, judging, looking down on people, being grossed out by people. Like, those are red flags. Having a short relationship or being in prison to me aren't red flags. Like, who doesn't make mistakes? Right? Like, who doesn't have breakups? Who doesn't get divorced? I don't know. Those things don't bother me. Coming out of Scientology, is that a red flag? Does that make me a red fucking flag because I was a Scientologist? Then I'm not for you because I'm not ashamed of that. I don't love talking about the fact that I'm not educated because I don't know a lot and that embarrasses me. Oh, I'm glad that you're better now, though, babe. Hey, Lenora Gray, we love you and welcome. I don't either, Rain. I don't get that. But it's like people who say, don't date cops. Like, why? Why is that a red flag? That is such a like general thing to say. Why? All cops are bad to date? Like, surely not. That's like saying too last night, like, don't do dating apps. Okay, great. I get it. Like, they may not be the greatest thing, but I'm sure it also works out. How many couples do we know that are like, we met on a dating app? Like, it's a mixed bag, right? Just because you had a shit experience, some people find the love of their lives doing that, right? Oh, it's a huge red flag how a person treats anybody in the service industry, anybody out at all. In the customer service world, I cannot stand people who are rude to people in the service industry. I can't stand it. I will apologize to people when it happens. I'm like, I'm sorry for the way that guy treated you. I just saw it and it's horrible. Maybe, Cliff Ann. That too, T. Louise. Yeah, I think make friends first anyway. I'm not trying to jump in the sack, Lori Lee. I'm not trying to jump to Pound Town with somebody, right? It could be Elsie, but we would have to get more information. I don't jump to conclusions like that. Exactly. Angie Moe right here. Who's never been married or had kids by the age of 46? Is that a red flag? Angie Moe's never been married. She has no kids and she's 46. Is that a red flag? This is what I mean. That's way too generalized. That's way too generalized. Original Anne, I love you. Don't date DJs. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Grateful. I've heard about that dating site. I've been Thank you, Matt's mom. No one would ever know you didn't go to school if you didn't tell them. You were extremely intelligent and articulate. Don't undersell yourself. That is such a nice thing to say because I worry about it a lot. Thank you, Anne. I worry about it. I'm better at it now, but I do get embarrassed when people bring up where they went to college. Where'd you go to college? And they talk about like the weird college lingo that I don't understand. Like Lotta Delta Phi P H Y. I don't understand even what that means. I don't know anything about it. And they'll be like, oh, my graduating class had this, and I still have my undergrad from this. I don't understand any of those terms. And I get a little bit introverted about it because I'm like, I didn't go to school and I'm embarrassed about it. I mean, I went to some school, but I don't feel educated in the slightest. I mean, again, I know nothing about, hey, C. McCarthy. I don't know anything about geography. I don't know anything about history. Remember, I thought the Holocaust was in the 1600s. I don't know anything. And I don't know anything about world wars. And I know some of you are saying I didn't go to college either, but I think it's even further. Exactly, Anne. I take it a step further because, right, I didn't go to college, but I also wasn't raised in the same world you guys were. I thought Antarctica was a state, right? Like it's a whole other level of uneducated, and I'm well aware of it, and I'm embarrassed by that, like, oh, I was talking to my friend this morning and she was talking about the YouTube world. And she goes, it's so, yeah, he was a World War II vet, Marissa Martin. She said, it's so polarizing. And I said, I don't know what that word means. And she was like, polarizing? And I said, yeah, I don't know what it means. I have no idea what it means. The only definition of polarized that I have was working in the, ophthalmology industry, and people would get polarized lenses for their glasses. But I said, I don't know what polarized means. And so it's stuff like that. She told me what it meant, but I was embarrassed because I'm like, I know that's a regular word. I know that you guys use it. I agree. Yeah, Darius, I know. And I know you guys use that word, but I didn't know what it meant. And I have to do that pretty regularly. Who texted me today? By the way, you didn't answer me. Oh, someone sent me a text and said, it's so pedantic. And I said, I don't know what that word means. They never answered me and I didn't take the time to look it up. I just don't know what a lot of words mean. I don't know what that word means. And I don't know anything about history. So like, sure, I know stuff, but I don't know a lot of the stuff you guys know. And I find myself feeling like left out because of that. And how many people have said, oh yeah, we learned that at like the age of 14, or you learn that when you're in ninth grade, or you learn that in high school. And I don't know that. Thank you, Anne. Geography be damned. You had to learn to word clear, which is extreme and has given you such great vocabulary. Yes and no. I don't know simple words like polarizing. That's probably a simple word. I just didn't know what it meant. Reese, do you feel like a partner is a priority for you right now? Is it something you think about a lot? No, it's not a priority. And I have things I'm working on behind the scenes. And I'm like, I don't think it's a good time actually for me to get a partner. I have things that are taking up almost over half my day every day. And at night, I'm having to not sleep because I'm concerned about it and how it's going. So no, I don't think it's a good time to be dating. I think it will be when it happens, but I don't think I want to force it. I don't think that's smart. I think it'll happen when it happens. And I don't want it to be 10 years from now, but I think I still probably need more time, most likely. Thank you, Donna. My college degree did not educate me about myself. You're able to explore more about yourself than most I've ever known. Wow. And you articulate yourself extremely well. That can't be taught. That is a really nice thing to say, Angie Mo. So she's right. The flip side of that, I would agree. I work on myself. I want to be a better person. I reflect on the things I've done wrong. I want to learn lessons from that. I want to treat people better. She's right. I think that equates to character, and I would rather have that than know when the World War was. Right? Like she's right. And Angie Mo, thank you for that. Thank you, Buffy. Your language skills are phenomenal, though, Reese, and you can get a world map to put on your wall to teach you geography. What you know already is serving you best. Thank you for saying that, Lady O. You're not educated, but you're incredibly smart. I don't know that I'm incredibly smart, but thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Don't be embarrassed by not knowing stuff. Intellect and knowledge are two different things. If someone is discussing something you don't know about, ask them to explain it and you can give an opinion. I do it every time. I never, ever, ever pretend like I know something if I don't know it. I think that is the worst thing you can do. It's a jackass thing to do. It's dick swingy. Like I have no problem in a crowd of people saying, I don't know what that means. I don't understand that. Or I didn't learn that. Or I don't know what that word means. I have no problem doing that. I'm not ashamed to do it. Like, but don't pretend like you know something if you don't know. I have not, Marissa Martin. Oh, wait, I have seen that, Marissa Martin. Yes, I have. Reese, please don't say that. You are educated more so than many. You are educated. Maybe not like those outside a cult, but you are educated just by a cult. You speak very educated. Thank you, Michelle. That's important to me. So thank you. You have the vocabulary of a college grad. Thank you, Joel. I'm not trying to yep, there it is. This is so true. In Scientology, you were taught to be very blunt, but the never ends were taught not to hurt people's feelings. Yes. And that's a real problem for me. And it will probably be a lifelong problem. Thanks, Tashbits. I agree with this 100%. I don't know any ex Scientologists that talk like dumb bums. I mean, all the ex Scientologists I know are very, very articulate, very intelligent, very well spoken. I never got the impression that Scientologists were dumb. Let's put it that way. I mean, I've gotten the impression when people are dumb, not ex Scientologists. That is true. I feel like I'm a little less than the rest for some reason. I feel like my IQ feels lower than the rest. I don't know. That's just my outlook on myself. Do I go out to bars? No, I don't drink. Thank you, Debbie Going Strong. It is on the Moroccan Oil website, though, the larger bottles, and I don't know if those are on Amazon. They're the same price as the regular size bottles. Lady O, think about all the information they crammed in our brains in school, and only some of it stuck. Reese was learning the basic language skills most of us weren't on the regular. I don't know if that's true. I don't know what you mean by that. Basic language skills. But that's Scientology, which requires you to not go past a word that you don't understand. Don't volunteer your deficits in real life. I don't know if I fully understand what that means. Never ends, yes, grateful, are people who were never in Scientology. That's correct. Yes. Yeah. That's what a never end is. I agree, Matt's mom. Good night, Dawn. Love you, girl. I love that. I just met a man on a dating app. Great man, famous musician, gentleman. We are in our 70s. Wish us luck. 5 months in. Good luck, babe. That's amazing, Pat. And you're beautiful. These observations about how you come across as formally educated or not solicited, honestly, that's one thing that has impressed me with many ex-Scientologists. Again, I don't know that I fully understand what that means, but thank you. Grateful, I agree. I just don't know that I want to. Hey, Rhonda Frank, I don't know that I want to go meet somebody in a bar. Thank you, Cliff Ann. Hey, Power Lies to Paralyze. Scientologists speak eloquently, but don't know science, advanced math, civics, etc. Yeah, yeah, we don't. I don't. I don't know any of that. I don't pretend to either. Like, I have no problem saying I don't know that. And I hope that in the future, that's not going to be a turnoff for some guy. Like, I worry about dating someone that's educated. I've always worried about that, honestly, because I feel like we won't be a match. Like, he will judge me because I'm not educated. Like, for instance, what if someone has a law degree? I will automatically feel I don't do camping or boating. I'm kind of indoorsy. I will automatically feel less than and like an imbalance because he went to school for so long and he's so educated that it will make me feel stupid. Like, I don't think we can date each other because you are so educated. Yeah, if you're not already part of the bar scene, it's not a good place to meet someone. I just don't think it's a good idea to meet someone in a bar because we're probably not going to be. I don't mind dating anybody that drinks. Like, I don't have a problem being with a man that drinks, but in moderation. I've been with drunks before, and that's really hard for me because we don't have anything in common. I don't drink. And I don't want anybody who drinks or does drugs, like drink to excess. I don't want any of that. That's not a bad idea, Lori Lee. Yeah, I like that, Joel. Not a turnoff for me. I judge someone on how they treat me, not on their education. Why you are just as educated as most people, but I'm not. I have no education, Rhonda Frank. I mean, I don't have a high school degree. I don't. Thank you, Moon Taxi. Hey, Laura Lou. Thank you, Lady O. Thank you. It's weird. I don't want to say I think I'm dumb. I don't think I'm dumb, but I think I'm really, really dumb in certain areas. I mean, I'm just going to say that. I get that, Rhonda Frank, and I'm sorry. Angie Mo, that's not a bad idea. I just I could not hold my own on a battle of things that people know. Like, you guys remember the game nights? That's one of the reasons when me and Aaron and Sterling did those, that's why I was the host reading the questions because I can't hold my own. I couldn't do it. Aaron and Sterling were way smarter than me on those questions. They knew the answer to those questions. I did not. Possibly fictional me, possibly. History tends to bore me. I glaze over because it's too much. Like, it's like it's too late for me to learn it or something. Like, when people try to tell me things, I'm like, it's overwhelming. It's kind of like religion. It's like trying to learn the Bible. I'm like, it's a lot. It's heavy. It's a lot because I already know what I learned growing up in Scientology. So it's like hard to unpack that and replace it with something new. It's just a heavy topic. Thank you, Grateful. Not really, Shaby. I don't want to go to school. The therapist I see is like, you really should look into taking some classes and going to school. And I get kind of mad every time because I'm like, I don't want to. Thank you, Liz Tricks. I'm like, thank you, but I don't want to. And he's like, well, you need to. Like, you need to look into that. And my mom will do that sometimes too. My mom will be like, why don't you go take some classes? I don't want to. It's not a place I'm comfortable with. I'm not going to go sit in a room full of educated people who are continuing their education and I don't know shit. I don't know anything. I know nothing. I know nothing about the environment. I know nothing. Yadira, our dear Yadira, whom I love so much, just had to teach me she's an American because she lives in Puerto Rico. I didn't know that. I was so embarrassed. Time Traveler's Chest, it's good to see you. Those are the embarrassing moments for me when people are like, everybody knows that. And I'm like, well, I fucking don't. Bye. Like, I'm embarrassed about that. I hate that. I know, baby doll. I could sit and watch a YouTube course or something, but like being in a room full of people who know all this shit and I don't gets to be embarrassing for me. I don't know how many world wars there were. I know there's World War One and Two, but there's like wars in between. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. I don't know much about our presidents. Like all the history shit is embarrassing for me. I don't know. I just don't know. Kid. Hey, Huxley. Oh well, it's okay. That's a really nice thing to say, Joel Sachs. I've learned a lot more from you than most so-called educated people. Well, guys, the things I do know, I know, and I retain information very well. And I have a very good memory. I do. I've been told that my entire life by countless people. I don't know how you hold and retain information like that. I have a good memory, but that doesn't help me when we're talking about history or physics. I don't know anything about that. Thank you, Rhonda Frank. I just don't want to go to college. I have no interest in it at this point. And it's probably because I was told, hey, Tracy. Oh, I know, Tracy. Now I get what you're saying. Yeah, Kat. I just think it's too late for me on that. And I just don't want to. I've made it. I guess I look at it this way. I've made it this far, right? I've worked really great jobs. I've made good money. Like I'm confident in my abilities. I have excellent people skills. I can hold a conversation for almost 2 hours with 400 people. Like I can speak. I'm a great salesperson. Most Scientologists are very good at selling, and I am good at selling. So I mean, I'm not worried about that. I just don't have no Anna Banana. I don't think I want to. It's just an interest. I'm not interested. I know that sounds lazy and I know that sounds bad, but I'm just not really at this point. I'm 40 years old. Now, if I could go back and go to school, I always wanted to be a lawyer. I always thought way decades ago, I thought I'd kind of like to be a lawyer. But now I don't know that I'd want to be a lawyer as much as I would have loved to have been a therapist. Therapy is my heart. I believe in it so much. We've talked about this. Um, you better believe it, brother. Jeff commented about my education all the time in our relationship. You're not educated. He would say to me multiple times, you're just an uneducated Scientologist. It was so ridiculous. I was like, what does that even mean? He would say, you're just an uneducated Scientologist. You're not educated. But see, Jeff was super smart, super smart. Dude was a software writer. He wrote code. Like that's not for dum dums, right? Like he knew all about the world. He knew all about history, and he loved to shine in that area and be like, see, because you don't know this. And he would say, you're an uneducated Scientologist. And I always thought, thank you for pointing that out again this week. I appreciate that so much. Like, what a stupid fucking thing to say. But he knew that it got on my nerves. He knew that it would bother me to say that. And what a horrible thing to say to someone. You're just an uneducated Scientologist. Noted. Thank you for that. Like, I'm not sure who you think you're helping, right? Yeah, he was not smart in a lot of other ways, but he was very book smart, right? Yeah, I know, Anne, but I'm always impressed by people who can do that. People who are really like geniuses on computers, lawyers, doctors, all those people, you know, they're super smart, right? They went to school for a long time. I'm impressed by that. There's a certain respect that comes with that. I worked for doctors for 12 years, I worked for surgeons, and I very much believe in that. Like they should be called doctor. They earned that title. They went to school for it. Now, I don't like doctors who are assholes that act like Sea Org members that are like, call me sir, God damn it. Ferris Bueller. Um, but I do believe that like lawyers, doctors, there's a certain respect that comes with that. You went to school for a long time to do that. I respect that. I think it's impressive. Um, but and therapists, therapy is I believe in it so much. And so I have thought about that, and I am always grateful and impressed that people like you who are super educated. I have a lot of really highly educated people in this crowd. And I think about them like, how do these people listen to me? I always look at Original Anne and I'm like, Original Anne is so smart. Hold on. He must be in the other room. He can't hear me. Yeah. Have you ever thought of that many of us are educated and we're still here? I'm impressed by all the people who come into this crowd because you are some smarties. We have some Shelly, my mods, like these people are really smart. And I think I'm a little bit embarrassed sometimes because I think they know I'm not educated, right? But yeah, I know that I'm not hiding it. I'm embarrassed by it. Love you, Lindy, but I'm not hiding it. So I am honored to have friends who are so highly educated, and I think it's impressive. Um, yeah, Laura Lou. Yeah, that's kid grateful. She was sleeping. Realistically, who remembers who the 10th president was? That's not important. Learning how to function in life is the most important. And that's where I take that. Yeah, Wanda's very educated, DNV. That's where I also take that. Like I always say this to Huxley, and I can't tell you how long. I've probably said this as long as he's been able to process. Thanks, Sassy. I've always said Huxley, and I don't. No one told me this. This is something that I just have learned. Um, that's a good point. I think the hater channels, it's like a one size fits all type of mindset. Here, we have the rainbow of formal education and professions, and we love you. Says a lot. I totally agree. I was saying that earlier. It's a certain quality, right? Different people are different quality, just like a leather handbag, right? Like you get what you pay for. Certain people are lower quality than others. And I have no problem saying that. If you're going to be racist or judge somebody based on their looks, judge somebody based on where they're from, you're a low quality person that I don't want to be around, right? If you can't judge someone based on their character and how they treat people, I don't want you here. And so if you're going to hang out with people who call me a cunt mother, bye. Like you're a low quality, low class person. We don't want you here anyway. So I agree with that, Anne. I agree with that very much. This is something I always told Huxley, though. Come on, Kia. Kia. My little emotional support potato. I've heard this too, actually. Funny people have have a level of intelligence that's unique and special. Kia, why are you reaching for me, but you're not jumping? Hey, Hobbs. Thought I just heard him. Um, yes, 100%. Racists, sexists, homophobes, transphobes are the weakest link. Goodbye. Yes, totally, totally. This is what I mean. Like, I don't want to be around those people anyway, and that's what most of the haters are. Especially, I just found out one of them, two of them are like major racists. Like, I didn't even know that. I'm not surprised, but like, they're getting a lot of hate for it, I think. And that both of these dudes are like super racist. Like, it's on their channel. Somebody sent me a screenshot. It's on their channel. Bye. Like, I'm automatically, you're dead to me. He is in the other room. Anyway, this is before I forget. I know, Lori Lee, I agree. I have no tolerance for intolerant people. Original Anne, that's what I mean. We're fine over here. If the number keeps dropping, if we go down to 15,000, 10,000, 5,000, guys, we already won. It's quality for sure, not quantity. I do not want racist, intolerant people on this channel. Like, I don't mean to take it to that. Like, we're not going to go into this topic, but like yes, Kat, I just found that out. Like full on, like racist tattoos and stuff like that. Like supportive of it across the board. That's crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy to me. And like, you're going to comment on what kind of mother I am? Are you fucking serious right now? That's gross. It's wild. And you take your followers. take your followers and bye. Like we don't, that ain't nothing I'm gonna fuck around with ever. Like that will, yeah, that will never be tolerated. Something I always tell my kid, and I've always told him this since he was little. Yeah, Marissa Martin, it's wild. It's wild. Same, Shell. I had no idea about the tattoos. It was really crazy. And the other dude posted something on his channel. I'm not even going to repeat it here, but it's still posted there. And like he's proud to be a white person and posts proudly about it, and like just very racist, super racist, like very upfront about it. It's Julia 2005, one of my biggest haters apparently is like a big racist and has tattoos and is proud to be that way. I'm not even going to tear the person down. I'm not going to name them. I'm just saying speaks for itself. I don't need to tear them down. This is what I mean. Like this shit falls on its own like dominoes. I'm never going to support that. But you keep calling me a cunt, mother. If that's the worst thing, good luck. Love you, Reese. Thanks for all the great advice. I love you, Peanut. And thanks for being a member, babe. Yes, Laura Lou. It's wild. I always say this to Huxley. Yes, maturity. I agree with that, Donna. I've always said this to him as long as I can remember. It's great, and you should go to college. Oh, totally, Joe Virus. Joe Virus would know this more than anyone, by the way. He knows about haters. These people end up turning on themselves. It's a matter of time. You should go to, yes, baby angel. Yes, you should go to college. You should go to college. Education is extremely important. And I tell Huxley this regularly because I was told it's not important. So, of course, I'm going to tell him it's very important. And we have a college fund. I put money into his college fund every single month. I can't either, grateful, and I can't believe the people that support it. Let's just put it that way. I cannot believe the fellow channels that now know about this and support it. Those men and women support it. It's wild to me. I can't get behind that. I can't believe it. Yeah, Kestrel. I mean, are we surprised? I'm not really surprised, but I think I'm a little surprised at some of the other channels. Lady O. I've always said to him, education is huge, and I want you to go to college, and I want you to be happy. But the biggest, most important thing, I've always said this to Huxley, manners. Manners will get you further than any degree. Manners will get you further than any kind of education. How you treat people will matter 100%, way more. Yeah, Muffet Lou, way more than anything. And I believe that. I didn't hear that from anyone. I believe that. How you treat people matters. And that's why we don't care about the hate community. Go take a look for yourself and see how they treat people. That should tell you all you need to know. Kid must have his headphones in. I don't want to get up and let Kid out because I'm wearing really shorty shorts. Yeah, I mean, I'm the Kid. What is it, Kid?
I'm sorry to interrupt. Are you running the dishwasher?
I think so. Can you let Kid out?
Yeah.
Thank you, son.
Okay.
Thank you. I've always said that to my kid, and we'll wrap this up, but I just want to say that, like, I have baby angel. I have always said that to Huxley, as long as I can remember, as long as he could understand English. I have always said how you treat people will always matter. Like at any point in your life, I don't care if it's as a child or if you're at the very end of your life. You're not going to reflect on how much money you made so much and where you went to college and how many people you tallied up that you hated. None of that will matter. How you treated people, what's that note that I made that we always say? I have cat hair. This is why this rang so true for me when I saw it. The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. The effect that you have on others is always going to be the most valuable currency there is. So, in the end, you've already won. If you're not out there laughing at people, making fun of people, joking about people's disabilities, where they came from, their culture, their color, their look, anything. I don't want to be associated with people who are like that. I don't want to be around anybody who groups together and hates a person, who bands together to hate people. You're trash. You're automatically garbage in my book if that's what you do to people. Bully people into not feeling like they belong here, trash. How you treat people is serious. It's the true currency in this world. And it's an issue with karma. That shit comes back on you. I've already reached my limit of wanting to be shitty to people as a Scientologist. I'm here to reverse that now. I want to treat myself better because I don't even treat myself very well. I tear myself down, right? I bully me more than anybody else. West Coast Fancy Nancy, it's not even it's like I get so triggered about that topic. I don't know why I was surprised. Hey, Barbara Waite, when I found out the guy was like a super racist, him and his friend, he's got a friend that he does shit with, and they're both like proud racists. And I was like, holy shit, I don't even know why this surprises me. That actually makes sense. But the people who support them and promote their channels and follow them are also haters of me and tear me down as a mother and because I was with Tommy. And you go for that. I would much rather be known for being a bad mom and being with a criminal than being a fucking racist. Okay. Because that is something I am not and I'll never support. It shocked the shit out of me. I was like, oh, that makes sense. You're tearing me down, but you're trying to misdirect because you don't want people to know that you have literally tattoos on yourself of racism. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Yeah, solo traveler because everybody is welcome. Everybody is loved. That's wild. Good luck aligning with racists. Can't wipe that stink off. And they have. They are absolutely aligned up with a bunch of racists. And I'm like, oh, that's going to end well for you. That's great. Like yes, Joel Sachs. Isn't it amazing how the biggest narcissists always attack people's vulnerabilities? It's wild. It's wild to me. Again, I know the guys are more than racists. They belong to white only gangs still. Him and his friend, one of them has like some hot sauce or something that he does, and he posts it on his channel. Somebody sent me a screenshot. It's still on this dude's channel. He's proud of it. It says white owned. And apparently this guy's like, yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm proud of that. And I was like, oh my God, good luck to you. Like, good luck. This is 2025. I cannot believe people align themselves with this shit. But I can't wait to see how that all plays out for you in the end. It's so fucked up. I'm kind of surprised I just said it out loud. I can't like I want to say I don't support that. I can't even say it. It fucks with me. It fucks with my soul. I cannot get past people who are that way. It's wild. And our friend, the biggest dude that like really tries to make a mess of saying Reese is a piece of shit and a grifter and a dry begging bitch and whatever he says about me, that's one of them. That's crazy. And his close friend is the white owned fella. I don't know how that's legal. I don't know. It's certainly hate speech. I'll tell you that. It's fucked up. And they're proud of it. Like he doubles down. He's proud about it. He doesn't care. He's totally proud about it. And he's like, fuck all of you. I don't care. I've seen clips. It's nasty stuff. That's their guy that they follow. And all these people who are hate bashing me, the other channels, and I think we know who they are, they're friends with these people. please, by all means, I'm happy to lose more subscribers if you support that shit. Please, actually do me a favor. If you are racist like that and you support that shit, hit unsubscribe, because it's truly quality human beings I want. And if I'm left with 1,000 subs when it's all said and done, it would absolutely be an honor to me, because I do not want that shit on my channel. That is, I'm pretty lenient. I'm kind of like, you can be here, just no hate. Nope, you can't be here if you have those thoughts toward the human race. You can't be here. If you support that, and again, go see for yourselves. I'm not lying how they lie about me, right? Like, they say some crazy wild shit about me that they can't show any receipts or proof about. This is real. You can go see it. You can go see it. And I was shocked when I saw it. And I'm shocked at the other YouTube community people, the other women in this community who are like huge supporters of those guys. That's beyond anything that I can comprehend. But I sleep just fine at night, except for when the cats wake me up, knowing that I don't ever and will never support that. I would rather be dead. I would rather be dead. So I know that got dark, but it's also the truth. Yeah. Yeah, let's show you the exit. Mods will show you the exits. You cannot be here if you support that. It's unreal to me that people support it in the first place. I'm blown away by people in this day and age. I'm like, this is a thing? This is a thing? You're proud to be this way? Get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't judge and I'm pretty lenient, but I'm like, wait, this dude wrote white owned on his YouTube channel. This dude is his best friend. They both support each other. And then these other women that attack and hate me for wearing too much blush and dating Tommy Scoville support that. That's all I need to know. Like, I'm okay with it now. Like, I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, that's some dark shit. Yeah, it is, Donna. It's dark. And that's on you and your conscience, and the rest of the YouTube community can see it. So, I hope you sleep well at night, because that's really fucked up to support that. To be connected to it in any way is supporting it, by the way. To be connected to it in any way is picking a side. I don't fuck around with that. It's unbelievable to me. Hey, Joy Forbes, you can keep your people. Yeah, you can take all of them with you too. Like, anybody here who supports that, yeah, I'm going to judge you based on your character and your character alone. Brandy Lewis says, I've been with a black man for over 10 years, and it still surprises me that people see other people like that. I couldn't see someone just based on their skin color. It's not even a thing. It's not even a thing in my mind. Now, I get that it is a thing for some people. Like, maybe people think about it more, like the concept of it, right? Like, people who are in favor of fighting against it. I don't even think about it. I'm like, I can't let my mind go there, because it just sickens me. It's like, I can't get down. I can't hang. I just can't. I reject it. I'm like, I can't be here. I can't talk about it. When I found that out, I think it was like a week ago, I was like, wait. I was like, yeah, you will not be successful. But I was like, this person calls me like a cunt, and all of his friends follow suit, and they say I'm a bad mother, and I wear way too much makeup. You realize, right? Like, you realize, I'll add it to the list. Add anything to the list, like anything. I'm a grifter, all these things. Like, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll add it up. I will happily be a grifting, clap-ridden, sad fishing, dry begging, cunt mother of the year, because none of that even adds up closely to you being a proud racist and having racist tattoos, and your best friend having a YouTube channel that says white owned. Like, you realize, right? You realize I will be cunt mother of the year any day. I have no problem being known as the world's biggest grifter. I'll take any of those titles any day because it will never, ever, ever, ever come close to the shit that you support. That's insane to me. I cannot believe how many people think that's okay. We'll stay over here on our side of our problems. Trust me. I'll take all my problems. I don't have a problem saying I'm in a cult or grifting, any of these things, right? This is the most calm I've seen you talk about those people. I think you're turning a corner. Next step is not to give them space in your head. They're gross. I agree. I totally agree with this, Grateful. But I will stand up for that. I will never, ever, ever say otherwise. Like that is, you are crossing such a fucking line that like it explodes my thoughts. Again, like call me a bad mom. I'm used to all that stuff. But when I found out this person was like a full on proud racist, I was like, holy shit. That's a new level right there. Hey Mona, I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. I'm shocked. Like I need to check my pulse. I can't believe it. And the dude's best friend is also that way. And then you've got all the YouTube follower gang that make all the hate video and channels about me, like totally riding on this dude's coattails and like saying like, we don't care about your tattoos because you're a good person. Like, what the fuck? Okay, like you're cool. You just stay there because I will be a sad fishing, dry begging grifter any day of the week. Like I'm happy to be your girl for that because that's fucking crazy. They are the biggest haters. That shows everything we need to know. That's true. I can believe it. The dude looks the part. I mean, if we're going to stereotype, you're right. You're right. He does. Father of the year. Yeah. Oh, God. I think about that too. Don't even get me started. But I think about these people who have kids, and I'm like, your kids are going to grow up and watch this shit. How do you feel about that? That's wild to me. Not my problem. As you should, but those people don't deserve the attention. I'm not racist and don't associate with racists. It's so vile. I had no idea, and I'm glad I don't watch them. Yeah. Well, they're banded together about it. That's for sure. And again, it's a whole new level of hate that I was not prepared for. And I think I agree with Brandy. I'm not so much surprised because you're right. He kind of fits the bill. But I was surprised that all the women who attack me support that. That surprised me. Like the people who are out there saying like Reese is a bully, Reese is a grifter, like, but you're going to attach yourself to a full-on racist. That makes sense. Okay, like that's cool, but don't come crying when that shit falls by the wayside and everybody burns for it because that is really fucked up. That's a terrible thing to be a part of. I don't know the answer to that, Lady-O. I can't tell you the last time I watched anything on that dude until recently. I was sent a clip about the racism thing and I was like, you are effing kidding me right now. I mean, it makes all the sense in the world. I agree with this, Joe. I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but I do agree. He really does look like the most of the racists I have run into. Looking at him and his friend, they do fit the bill. That dude is super racist looking. But that doesn't mean somebody is just because they look that way. So I kind of wanted to give that the benefit of the doubt. But now that I know they're like proud racists, I was like, oh my God, like that's just beyond. It's a new level for me. Like I'm cool with being called a cunt mother. I'm cool with being called a dry begging sad fisher with sexually transmitted diseases, right? But like that's yeah, Brandy Lewis. I can't imagine. And I'm mother of the year. This person has kids. Like it's wild to me. It's wild. But I guess what do people do when they're doing what they're doing to me, right? They're misdirecting. He's misdirecting. Don't look at me, look over there. Like that's what people do when they're guilty of shit. That's all that's happening. I I will never stand for that. And if that means that we continue to lose subs and the subs who don't want to be here go join forces with that shit, you take care. Yeah, he calls me a cunt mother or whatever he says. Yeah, absolutely. It's wild. Yeah. Hey, Provin G. DNV, I don't know what that means. Do they look happy? They don't look happy and they're incredibly unattractive, to be totally honest. I mean, that kind of shit will make you so ugly. Hate makes you so ugly. No, Megan. Do you ever meet somebody that may not be, like, for instance, I have a raging crush, not over his death, Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's probably not the most attractive guy in the world to a lot of you. I was very attracted to him. But that's also because, do you ever meet someone whose personality makes them beautiful? You do it all the time. We do it all the time. Do you ever see someone, hey, Provin G, do you ever see someone who is super, super perfect and gorgeous and chiseled, whether it be a man or a woman, but they're entitled assholes, right? Like they're ugly to people. They treat people bad. They look down on people. That makes them really ugly. I don't know, Joe. This is the same situation with all of these haters. They're incredibly unattractive people. Physically, they're unattractive because hate makes you ugly. It does. They look terrible. Their skin looks bad. They look tired. They look worn out. They're just, they're just angry, right? Like, it makes you unattractive to be super hateful. It makes you unattractive to laugh at people at their insecurities, laugh at people's disabilities, laugh at people's medical issues. That's so far from me beyond, like, that's coming from an ex-Scientologist, by the way. I've seen some dark shit. That's beyond for me. And that's what these people are doing. So I love how they're laughing that, like, ha ha, her subs are going down. Yeah, you can have them. You can take anybody with you that's racist and hateful like that, because I will never associate with anybody ever. That's there's no wiggle room. Yeah, Matt's mom. Well, they'll have to answer for that at some point, and I'm not going to play God there, but karma will come back around, and I would think that I would not want to be known for that, and I would certainly not want to be known for being associated with that. And I cannot believe the people who are associated with that. I was more shocked at the people who support him and his friend than what they're actually doing. Because I agree with Joe Virus. It wasn't that shocking. I was like, oh shit, that's bad. But I'm shocked at the people who are supportive of him. You can't come back from that. I hope you know what you're doing, because that is a scar. That's a stain forever. That's a fucking stain forever. You will never come back from that. Everybody will remember that you associate with racists. You'll never come back from that. I don't even know how it's legal, honestly. Nobody wants to even hate watch them anymore. Sick stuff. It's really sick. Hey, Karen Tootie Greeny. They're really fucking sick. I don't even know where that comes from, but you've got to be a sick puppy to be okay with that in your heart. That is heartless. And I stand firm on it. I'm a lot of things. I am a grifting, cunt of a mother. I don't deserve to have a Mother's Day. I'm a sad fisher. I'm a dry beggar. I'm, full of STDs. I'm loosey goosey and I date criminals. I'll take everything you have on your fucking list, because one thing I'm not is a hateful racist. A proud, hateful racist is one thing I'm not, and I will never be. And I will happily take the title of grifter and bad mother. Happy to do it. Happy to do it. Don't want to trade places with you or your friends that support that shit, right? I'm not sure, baby angel, what dry begging means. Does anybody know what dry begging even means? Did they make it up? Is it a real thing? Apparently, I'm a sad fisher too. Oh, I'm Joe Virus. I don't even get me started, man. Well, we got started, didn't we? I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. Um, yeah, I left out the piece of shit part. You're right, love and life. Is there wet begging? That is an honest question. Can we switch me to a wet beggar? Because I feel like that sounds sexual, and that's up my alley. What if I don't want to be a dry beggar? Can we get somebody to ask these people? Can we switch the title to wet beggar? Wet beggar? Wegber? Because you're wonderful. I love you, Joel Sachs. Thank you. I love you, babe. You're amazing. And thank you for staying with me, Joel. Thank you for your super chat. Proven G, they love to hate me. A wet beggar. Can I be a wet beggar? It just flows off the tongue better too. Wet beggar. You are a wet beggar, Proven G. That's my girlfriend over in the UK. Words out. Sweat begging. Puka Vista, I kind of like that too. Rain. Moist begging. I like that one a lot. Hold on. Sweat begging and moist begging. Sweat begging, I think, could happen in the summer, and then moist begging throughout the rest of the year. Reese, I'm sorry I said you were a kook. That was my hateful comment that came out on a bad day. I apologize. Grateful. This is the best thing that could happen tonight. You are the best thing that has happened tonight. You know why? Because this is what everybody makes mistakes. And I made a shitty mistake when you came in, being a bitch to you. And I apologize to you for that. I was way over the top, rude to you. And I'm sorry. But this is all it takes. Just being adults, just owning it, taking accountability. And you don't need to apologize, by the way. I don't need you to apologize to me. I'm the one who's in the wrong. But thank you. And I'm glad that you're here with us. And I hope you come back. Seriously, I think you're great. And I like your input. West Coast Fancy Nancy, if a racist hates you, consider it a compliment. No shit. No shit. That's what I'm saying. Guys, you're a crazy kook, Reese. That's not the worst thing. And there's a lot of truth to that. I am, Marissa. I'm grateful for grateful. No shit. That's what I'm saying. Call me, throw every name in the book that you have at me. I am happy to be your wet fishing, dry begging, sad grifting, clap riddling, whatever it is. Like, I'll take every title you got because I consider it a compliment to not be associated with you, especially you crazy, crazy fucking people. That's wild to me to be associated with that. That's wild shit. And thank you for your super chat. Reese are jealous because you have the secret sauce and you being successful on YouTube and making money. Their heads are exploding because they can't do what you do. There's probably some truth to that. I'm sure that there's a little bit of jealousy there. I can't believe they do this shit for free. I mean, I'm not tallying up their super chats, but hate really doesn't pay. Free Fred begging on your way out at the end of each show. 1 to a cult member, though. I agree with this. I stand by this message. I agree with this too. We don't want a racist platform. It's racist content anyway. If you support those folks, I don't want you as a friend. I don't want anybody that supports any of that in here. To be honest, I don't. And that tells me all I need to know. It tells me everything I need to know. If you're going to associate with people like that, you cannot play both sides. You cannot say, well, that's just how they are, but I like him because he's a good person and he fights for the cause. Fuck you. You are not. Nope. You picked. You chose. And there's no coming back from it. Hey, Mrs. EP, there's no coming back. That is a stain forever. There's no coming back from that. Right? So We are Anita Card. Thank you, Michael Malloy. Thank you for moist busking. I'm sorry to say it, but you are right. That's gross, Original Ann, but judge a person by the company they keep. And I'm fine staying over here all by myself in my quiet part of the YouTube world. And I don't want to associate with anybody that's even closely next to that person. I love it when they claim they are Christian. I don't even know what to say to that. That's not a lot turns my mind into mush, but that really, really messes with me. It really messes with me. You're not by yourself. Well, what I meant by that, Leticia, you're right. I'm never by myself. I've got thousands of friends in here, right? It is Lumen. But what I mean by that is they have all their little content creator buddies and they go into each other's chats and they interview each other and they're experts on Reese and they know everything about her. And some of them have never even met me, which is wild. What I'm saying is I'm totally fine being here as a content creator all by myself. I do not want to associate with any content creator that supports a racist individual and his buddy. That will never happen. I would rather be dead. I'm not kidding. I'm that serious about it. Yeah, Trisha Kelly. Let these people make all the hate videos on me they want because it will never stick. As long as we know you're a fucking racist and proud to be, make every video you could possibly want to make. That's all we need to know, right? Like I don't need to know anything else. Yeah, Kat. They already probably are. You think these people are actually friends with each other? They're fucking terrified of each other. One of them, two of them, three of them, they're all scared of each other. They don't want to step out and show that they don't support it because then they know they will be on the side with me getting eaten alive. Who gives a shit? It's sunny over here. We have snacks. The grass is greener, I promise. It's not that scary to be hated every day. It's really not. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't sting. At least we know what we stand for, right? At least I'm not stuck. Hey, Topsy. Some Scientologists are Topsy, but Scientologists are more homophobic, which is the same thing. It's hating a group of people. But Scientologists, there's not a lot of Black people in Scientology. I didn't see a lot of racism in Scientology, but for whatever reason, fake sneezes. Scientology don't like gay people. L. Ron Hubbard wrote that in many books, and it's incredibly disgusting, and we don't support that either. It's the same fucking thing. I don't support that. Me either, Tammy. It's wild. It's unbelievably wild. Wow, we've been on for a while. If they're mad, give them a cape to be super mad. Yeah. I stopped watching him because of the amount of curses in his videos was too much. I don't know who you're talking about, DNV. I'm not sure why there weren't a lot of Black people in Scientology. And that was at my org in Kansas City. So I don't know. In my org, Bill and James, there were 2 Black people at my org. So it's not that there are no Black people, but it just doesn't seem like there are as many Black people. But I don't know if you went to a place with a larger amount of Scientologists, like that could be. So many Black people know not to get involved with Scientology. I don't know if that's true. I don't know the ratio. If you were to go to like Flag where there's a ton of Scientologists, maybe it's different. I don't know. But there wasn't anything written about that in Scientology, but there were things written about people who were gay, homosexuals. L. Ron Hubbard wrote about that. And it was absolutely disgusting. Was LRH racist? Not that I know of, but maybe somebody else knows more than me about that, Anne. I'm not sure. Not that I've heard of, but that doesn't mean he wasn't. Okay, so Shelley says he was very racist. I've never heard that. Oh, for sure he was grateful. I think Scientologists have a whole lot of uproarity. I don't know what that word means. About anyone is not. I'm guessing that word means like upper, like better than a Scientologist, and that's enough for them to work with. Yeah, Scientologists are very entitled assholes. They think they're better than, for sure. This is very kind, Matt's mom. Reese, the fact that you have built a relationship with God says everything about the person you are, and obviously their hearts are dark. All we can do is pray for their souls. I'll let you do that, Matt's mom. I don't pray for people unless I want to. I'm not there yet on praying for people who are evil. Thank you, DNV. I'm not there yet on praying for people who are hateful and racist. I don't do that. I'm just not there yet. Maybe I will be at some point, but I'm very specific about who I pray for and why I'm praying. I'm picky about it. I don't want to take up too much of God's time. Every time I do pray, I thank him for his time. I always think like you're busy and I thank you for your time, but I feel weird about praying for people that I don't just pray for anybody. We've talked about this when people are like, pray for them. I'm like, well, I don't even know them. Who? Where? What are you talking about? Like, I'm funny about it. I will send well wishes. I will send healing vibes, but unless I actually know you, I feel weird about that. I don't know the proper etiquette yet on prayer, and I also don't like to take up a lot of God's time. I'm serious. I know that's weird, and I'm sure it'll change one day, and I'll feel more comfortable. Donna says, thank you for the dialogue tonight. Appreciate the real talk, but I'm certainly not going to pray for a piece of shit racist. Never going to do that. Sorry. I hope that if there is a hell, that's where they belong. Not much you can do for them, right? I remember when Benjamin Raspail died and he was murdered in Silence of the Lambs, and Hannibal says, best thing for him, really, his therapy was going nowhere. It's kind of how I feel about that. But that's the Scientologist in me. I thought, well, that's accurate. That makes sense. It's one less person we don't have to worry about, right? Like, I think if there is a hell, seems accurate, seems legit. Like, why would that? Why should you be rewarded eternally by going to heaven when you hated everybody on planet Earth that wasn't like you? Fuck off out of here with that. As a matter of fact, if there's different levels of hell, like I hope that like you're in the worst one. Like just right? Like I don't know what's to be rewarded there. What does God even want you here now? Like I'm not even sure. Your expiration date, like I don't know. It's above the pay grade for me, but like I wonder about this kind of shit. I'm like, why are you even here? Like what kind of time do you take up on planet Earth? I don't understand. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It just doesn't seem productive in any way. I don't see anything good about it. And so therefore, I'm sorry, but my prayers are closed for the night when it comes to that. I will not pray for people who hate people. That ain't how it works. That's just not it's not how it works for me. And I don't think the Lord would want me to. Back to what Donna said. Thank you for the dialogue. Appreciate the real talk. It did get super serious and I loved it. Setting standards, expectations, and clear boundaries makes a psychological safe platform. That is a very nice thing to say, Donna, and I try as hard as I can. There are things that I am a little bit loosey goosey about with what I will tolerate just coming from Scientology and just kind of who I am as a person. There are some things I will absolutely not tolerate, and that's one of them. It's an absolute no from me. Silence of the Lambs quote, she was word for word. I could quote that entire movie to you. You know what you look like to me with your good bag and your cheap shoes? Does he say you look like a rogue? I never knew what word he says because he says a B in it too. A well scrubbed, hustling rogue with little taste. Good nutrition's giving you some length of bone, but you're not more than one generation from poor white trash, are you, Agent Starling? And that accent you've tried so desperately to shed. Pure West Virginia. What was your father, dear? Was he a coal miner? Did he stink of a leam? You know how quickly the boys found you, all those tedious, sticky fumblings in the back seats of cars where you could only dream of getting out, getting anywhere, getting all the way to the FBI. I love that. It's pretty good, doctor. What does she say? I can only do his lines. I don't remember hers as well. Rube. But can you point that high-powered perception on yourself? What about it? Why don't you turn it? Why don't you turn that around on yourself and tell us what you see? I love that movie though. I've seen it 1,000 times. It's my favorite movie. Yes, you see a lot, doctor. I love her accent too. I try to do it. You see a lot, doctor. What does she say? Help me, Provin G. She says, why don't you take that high-powered perception and point at yourself and tell us what you see? She goes, or maybe you're afraid to. A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver. Yeah, I love Hannibal Lecter, guys. He was my first love. I loved him so much. But I love that part about Benjamin Raspail. Oh, and Senator, just one more thing. Love the suit. No, I loved when he says that about Benjamin Raspail. She says he got killed, and he's like, best thing for him, really. His therapy was going nowhere. Yeah, I try to do her accent. What does she say, though? If I could say it, I could do her accent. It's very good, doctor. She's like, but can you point that high-powered perception at yourself? What about it? Why don't you turn it around on yourself and tell us what you see? Tony Suter, I'm sorry. It's one of my favorite movies. Between that and George Carlin, I used to watch them back to back all the time. I was raised on George Carlin and Silence of the Lambs. That's all I ever watched. I was deeply in love with Hannibal Lecter. That should scare you. And you know what, though? It shouldn't scare you as much as the guy we're talking about tonight, though. Again, I'll take it. I'll happily take it. Yes, I have a crush on a serial killer. He even was a cannibal, and I still have a crush on him to this day. And that's a thing. Take a baby Jesus, put him in your pocket. Blee, 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 blee. Blee, dee, 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 dee. Blee, 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 blee. Lady O, I can quote any movie if I've seen it. I'm very good at quoting movies. I love quoting movies. That's why it's fun to have a partner that knows movies, so you can do it all day long with each other. But no, I love Silence of the Lambs. You need to watch it, Solo Traveler. You need to watch it. It's so good. Anita Card, you've never seen it? Lecter was fascinating. And I got to be honest, I loved Hannibal. I loved that movie, even though she wasn't in it. I loved Red Dragon. That was a dark ass movie. Okay. You see a lot, doctor. So what about it? Why don't you point that high-powered perception at yourself? Why don't you look at yourself? Why don't you look side yourself and tell me what you see? She goes, maybe you're afraid to. Oh, Agent Starling, you think you can dissect me with this blunt little tool? No, I thought that your knowledge, you're so ambitious, aren't you? You know what you look like to me with your good bag and your cheap shoes? I love that. Interesting, Joe. Yeah, you're pretty close, Provin G. Good night, Rhonda Frank. We love you. And this has gone way too long. Really, Angimo? It's a great movie. I love that movie. The acting in that movie is so good. It's so good. That doesn't interest me, doctor. Frankly, it's the sort of thing that Miggs would say. And I love how he looks over at his cell and he goes, not anymore. Because he killed Miggs, multiple Miggs in the next cell. Do I like Halloween? Like the movie, Sassy? I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen the movie Halloween. Oh, The Holiday. No, not really. No, I'm not into many holidays because we didn't celebrate them in Scientology. Yeah, Bumblebee was that. Are you talking about the movie Hannibal? Thanks for not kicking me out. I'm over the drama. Can't we all get along? You are welcome here anytime, my friend. Grateful. And again, I apologize for how I treated you in the stream. I jumped on you and I shouldn't have. Shutter Island was a great movie, but it was a little creepy for me too. Thank you so much, Matt's mom. No, I can hold my own doing that. We love you, Jennifer Ogle, and thank you for becoming a member. Guys, on that note, this has been a long stream and it really went all over the place. And I'm sorry that it did. We did a little funny. We got pretty fucking dark as it can possibly get. But again, please hit subscribe if you want to, and hit unsubscribe if you're associated with any of that, because I will totally take a drop in my numbers any day, anytime. That would mean a lot to me, actually. I don't want to be associated with that. Interesting, Bumblebee. All right. Thank you for your super chats tonight. Yeah, you do, Lori Lee. We like variety. That's true. I haven't seen that, Grateful, but thank you for your super chats tonight. Thank you for your memberships. I love you, Topsy. I really love you guys, but we will not be hateful here. Not like that. Nobody is allowed to be hateful like that. That's just freaking crazy to me. Julia, I love you, girl. Good night, MLG Gamer, and I'll see you guys. Should see you tomorrow. I should see you tomorrow. If I don't, I'll see you on Mother's Day, but I think I'll be back tomorrow. There's no reason not to. Good night, Solo Traveler. Guys, thank you again. I mean it. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. Amber Galbraith, love you, girl. And here comes Fred, everybody.